Hello everyone, it's Sunday, so that means we're streaming. I'm Only Black Mage and we are continuing to play 13 Sentinels Aegis Run. It is the first stream post-Christmas. How's everybody's holidays? How everybody have a good week? A couple days till New Year. Hi Gideon, hi Jax. Hey Guy Ogre. Venter. You seem like a new name. How's it going? Hope you had a good holiday, no matter which holiday it was. I always think it's funny. This is just a personal thing. Just a quick rant before we start. Because you know I always have one locked and loaded. Especially about Christmas. I had a great Christmas. Thank you, everybody. I also had a good birthday. Yeah, I had a nice, quiet birthday spent with family. Had lots of good food. Still having good food. And yeah, that's all I really want. Love 9, happy holiday. You too. Post Merry Christmas. A lot of people are very, want to be inclusive when I say happy holidays, and that's true. It does include a lot of holidays that happen around this month, but it's perfectly okay to say Merry Christmas. Or at least in the States it is. Or at least it should be. Some people choose to be offended. It's kind of weird. Where it's like, I'm not religious or I'm not Christian. Well, okay, well neither am I. I'm not Christian. But you know what else is true? Christmas is still an American national holiday. So it doesn't matter if you don't religiously follow it for that reason. If you're not wishing somebody Merry Christmas for the religious reason, you can still be wishing a Merry Christmas because it's a holiday. It's like Columbus Day. Columbus didn't discover America, but we still observe the holiday. It's like, man, some people take things so serious. So serious. I think they just look for reasons to be offended. I don't know. Anyway, hope everyone had a nice, healthy holiday. I think it's funny when I see a lot of... There are two things that happen at the end of this that are happening during this week. You're going to be seeing a lot of people post their top 10 videos. I'm like, top 10 whatevers. Top 10 best games, top 10 worst games, top 10 things that happened in 2020, even though there's stuff happening all the time. And then there are a lot of people who are going to be like, guys, this has been a rough year. I don't know, maybe it's just the realist in me, or perhaps the cynic in me. But bad stuff happens every single day. Bad stuff happens every single year. There's no magical year where nothing bad happens. Does every year a pandemic happen? No, that's different. But that doesn't mean that that's the only year where things are bad or everything's bad because of it's the year 2020. You're choosing to focus on the bad. What's also true is that this has inconvenienced a lot of things that normally distract us from all the bad things anyway. And because we don't have those normal things distracting us from the normal bad things, we're just stuck here dwelling on the bad things more than we normally would have. So there's really, all things considered, not that much more worse bad things that are happening. It's just a change and an adjustment. People don't like that. Trust me, you look at any given year, there is a huge list, much more than 10 things, especially things that affect the world globally. It's all relative. There's plenty of bad things. It's just focus on the good thing. Like any other bad time that's happening, try to focus on the good thing, be positive. Because, I don't know about you, but good things happen to people, bad things happen to people any given year. That's not in any way diminishing, dismissing, or trying to minimize the existing issue. I'm just saying there's no point in expounding on the negativity. We should do what we always do during times of hardship and try to stay positive is the message I'm trying to convey here. And I also want to throw down that people who are like, oh, I can't wait for 2020 to be over. I don't know what they're talking about, because to go back, not to contradict myself, but to compliment it, all the bad stuff that has been happening that is pandemic related isn't magically going to stop because the calendar year changes to 2021. We haven't even, or at least for America, we haven't even peaked on the amount of stuff that we have. Every single holiday, which by the way, there's at least one every single month. There's still new cases that come in, you know, more stuff that comes out. I have to say pandemic instead of that other word, because even though the stream is not monetized, it can still be flagged because you say that particular word. So I'm just saying the pandemic. So regardless of what happens, regardless of what you believe in, regardless if you add it to the entire thing, I'm just saying we haven't reached the part where you can relax and be like, it can only go up from here. No, there's still plenty of room for it to get worse. Just saying. And you shouldn't lower your guard. You should still be responsible, be mindful, and again, try to stay positive. A healthy mental attitude will help you no matter what's going on. Anyway, that's the starting rant. Kazan, hey man, it's been a minute. Yeah, exactly. I see you trying to stream every now and then. I'm trying to do more on my side, so I haven't been able to catch it as much as I would like to. But good on you for trying to stream more. You need to put the recap in a Vanilla War folder to sort it. I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do all the Vanillaware games is the thing. It'd probably just go in the singles folder for now. It's not like there's a universe for it. Lucrezia, how's it going today? Ibrahim, how's it going? For continuity's sake, the next stream should be called Endless Waltz. Did I not use Endless Waltz already? Is the second stream not called Endless Waltz? I think I initially did a Gundam joke, and I think, you know, I stuck with it. But I think I did Endless Waltz already. I think I used Endless Waltz already. I know you use Shao's counterattack, so we'll see. Happy birthday to the most overlooked best scroll in Gundam. Felt's pretty good. Any change on you covering Trailer Cold skill for recapitation? Probably you mean Chance, and I get it. Any chance you... Yeah, I mean, I'm going to cover the rest of the trails of... Not tales of, but I will do both. And yeah, you're right. I haven't even done the second Trails in the Sky. I haven't even done that one yet. It comes up every now and then. Getting what happens if you say the C word? Then the YouTube bots hone in on that. Like, they can detect words the moment you say them. That's why they can demonetize you the moment you say the F-bomb, like, within the first 30 seconds. If you start your video in the first 30 seconds with, like, at least the F-bomb for sure, but certain other profanities, then it immediately flags your video for either lowered or demonetization, one of the two. And if you say that word, that particular C word, then that also flags your video because they don't want people talking about it too much because, and this is true, it's not like it's a censorship thing, it's just that with the internet there's a lot of information people can get, but there's also a lot of misinformation that people can get, and so to try to filter that out, they kind of put the lockdown on that. Some people say it's like, it's imposing my free speech. I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, your free speech shouldn't include things like hate speech, misinformation on things that can affect people's literal lives. You know, things like that. I'm okay with those limitations. I think that's for the greater good. Been able to stream due to both moving and being out of state for Christmas. I getcha. I getcha. Close affiliate? Nice. Congratulations. You're earning it. You didn't even buy a... What was it? A Moocat or whatever it was called subscription. I used Operation Meteor. Okay, not Endless Waltz. Okay, thank you. I know, I'm kind of double dipping with the wing, because I said Operation Meteor, which is a wing thing. Just wing things. Actually, where are we for battles? Let's start with the battle like always. Alright. Fuyusaka and Sakigahara. Cool. We can do that.
My turn. Ready.
Just clear without anybody dying. Horde of long-range kaiju. Man, if it's the ones that shoot the missiles that just destroy everything in the area around them, like the last couple battles have been, then that's pretty bad. Those things are rough. If it's long range, then we need to combat with long range as well.
Moving out.
Okay, got it.
Alright, we'll bench you. You're at 22. I'll just bench you just so we can have a G2 later. We got Sekigahara. These two have their burning Godfinger, so we're both good. We got a couple G4s, and we got a G3, which is our range. And these guys I'll send out. Interceptors. Okay. We'll go with this. This is kind of a mishmash of people. Oh, sorry, we were trying to buy everything on everyone. Who did we get to? We got to like the halfway point. I didn't even realize she had EMP knuckles. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that. I feel like I should throw homing missile on there. Actually, no, hold on. Anti-ground hunter missile might be better. Let's go with that. Because it's armor piercing. I feel like we should do super large missile just to see what it does. Holy shit, 750? Do I even have that much? I don't think I even have that much. Never mind. Yeah, I did not realize that thing cost 750. Yeesh. I really don't even think I have that much. Alright, so we're almost done. We just have 4 more people to max everything out on. Super large missile resembles an ICBM? I believe it. Okay. Let's rock and roll with this. Endless Waltz is a Christmas movie. Does it take place during Christmas?
Unfortunately, she's no longer with us.
What? Oh no.
We're lucky to be alive ourselves.
I see. You're right. Anything could happen. Akun, when this fight's over, let's go somewhere, okay? Just the two of us?
Okay, so my parents wanted to watch The Mandalorian, but I kept trying to tell them it has a lot of things that are established in Clone Wars. It's true.
Anything you want.
And the games, too.
Even if we get reborn as totally different people, I'd still find you again, Akun. So...
Then it's settled. I'll take you.
that's a promise, okay?
You can upgrade the pilot's generator. Yeah, I get that. Where are we? I don't like this. Alright.
Okay.
First things first.
No room for hesitation.
Let's have some anti-flares going.
I don't think so. I have to not throwing away my heat.
Okay, let's do this. How's that?
Can't mess this up. Back me up.
How do I... Lend us a hand. Here goes.
Here's the plan. Stay on guard.
We're getting flanked on both sides.
Now then. Number 22. Don't waste any chances.
I'm gonna have
What's
you.
the plan?
Are those all flying guys? Damn it, they are. Actually, no, not all of them.
No room for hesitation.
We'll throw A out there anyway.
That work? Target destroyed. Stay on guard.
Because I know they said that there's going to be range units, but they didn't necessarily say aerial units.
How's this? Stay calm. Remember your training. Here we go.
That's
My turn now.
Man, no luck. Even the next group is mostly, Are they shielded? They are armored.
Come good. How was that? Nothing special.
Take them on.
They're going for me.
I don't think I have anybody with an EMP. That is problematic.
Clean them up.
That easy. That worked. How was the plan?
Yeah, that's problematic.
My turn now. No room for hesitation. I have to focus.
That's why we're gonna throw.
What now?
Number 13.
I have to do this.
And we really didn't. We did not prepare very well for this battle.
Yes. Are we getting their
Now
numbers down?
then. How's this? That was the plan. Okay.
Alright, Guardian Avenger. Everybody chill out right here. Oh, I should have waited till that next group came down.
Don't let up. Good. How was that?
He's still doing
Target
work.
destroyed. Enemy on the move.
Let's soften everyone up. There's a lot of targets here.
Leave it to me.
Use the one in the terminal? Yeah, you're right.
Still not used to this thing.
I constantly forget about my terminal
Okay.
usage.
What's the plan? How's that?
That work? That easy. They're after me. Don't waste any chances.
Well, I didn't seem to drop the big one in the sky for some bizarre reason. How does that work? That is shenanigans.
You're done. Good. Neutralized. Next move. Backup deployed.
Focus.
Actually, that group got pretty demolished over there. Okay.
How do I...
Gotta think.
What do I do?
I realize I put regular Guardian on here, but it's fine.
Please, help us.
How's the Sentinel?
We're still getting this done. It's fine. We're fine.
Take this. Did that work? Did that do it? Good targeting this place. I'm here.
No fight I can't win.
Because we can still bait them into this kill zone.
Not throwing away my shot.
All these guys are just standing around here. I should send somebody that way.
Target confirmed. That work? That easy. Here's the plan. Backup deployed. My turn now.
Okay.
You're done. How was that?
Nice.
Target destroyed. Did I get it?
I gotta do this.
Yeah, Guardian Avenger just, it pays for itself. It's so good.
Here goes. How's that? I got him.
No room for hesitation. How's the Sentinel?
Do we have any ground units here? Yeah, we kind of do.
Here goes. Did that do it? Next.
Get rid of those.
Let's do this. How's that?
What can I do? What now? Stay calm. Remember your tree not throwing away my shot. I'm here. Stay calm. Remember your training. Leave it to me. Take that.
I want to go those Apsos. Yeah, I wanted to get the Apsos units in the back,
No, don't let up.
because that was annoying. Is there anyone on the side to punch? Not really. Honestly, I can just leave these
What's
guys.
the plan? What's optimal? Backup deployed. No room for hesitation. Don't waste any chances.
Because they'll be fine, just dying there.
Number 11, moving out.
That do
Don't
it?
let up. How's the Sentinel?
I'm still not used to this thing. Die! That do it?
You're screwed. We can do this. Right? I can do it.
We're in a good spot.
I'm okay now.
Enemy
Just
on
gotta
the
get rid
move.
of a couple of big guys. Ironically, I should have done the homing missile instead of the anti-ground hunter missile.
They don't stand a chance. A hit! Got one!
That do
Honestly,
it?
the interceptors will take care of that guy. It's fine.
What's optimal? Number 22. Don't waste any chances. Don't let
This
up.
guy's literally hanging out in this corner.
Number 11. Moving action move.
I think the interceptor's gonna kill him before anything happens, though. Alright, so we walked all this way, that one dude died. Should have packed an EMP.
Number 11.
Because now we just have 3 giant carriers, that's all we have now.
Leave it to me. Take that.
We'll just focus fire.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Hey Sam, how's it going today? They kept saying that they can't stand how cartoons sound, but in their day, cartoons sound like they're recording through a tin can. I mean, it's all relative. If they want to view Clone Wars as a kid's cartoon based on its animation style, that's, you know, their choice. I would, you know, say that's unfortunately closed-minded and undermining, you know, just confusing a message for the messenger, but that's fine. Just say, at the same time, if you see something you don't understand and you refuse to educate yourself by watching Clone Wars, you have nobody to blame but yourself. Especially if you didn't give it a chance. So,
How's the Sentinel?
I don't know how you are with your parents, but if it was my mom who constantly asks questions, after it's like, hey, watch this thing, she doesn't do the thing that you ask her to do, and then she's confused, and it's like, we just told you how to solve your own problem. I'm not going to answer your question. I'm not going to answer your question. You're just going to have to figure it out.
It worked! I beat the
Number 11. Moving
To be
out.
fair,
Once
I think there's like
optimized
100
your
episodes of
now.
Clone Wars.
Stay on guard.
Not all of it's relevant to Mandalorian.
How's this?
Okay, what's the plan? Clean him up.
What's the plan? No room for hesitation. What now? I'm here. Don't let up.
I don't think there's really anything I can do. Because I don't have any range weapons on this guy. Sorry,
What's the
eh?
plan? Don't waste any chances. No room for hesitation. Not throwing away my shot.
Did you finally die? Yes, you did.
A hit. Enemy signal terminated.
All you guys go swarm.
We can do this. Number 15, moving out.
Optimal. Locked on. That easy. Target destroyed.
The good news is we're not timed.
No fight I can't win. Don't screw with me.
Because I really didn't pack my anti-air thing. Because when they said long range, I was like, cool, long range. And they're like, by long range, we also meant anti-air. And I'm like, oh man, really? But you know, what are you gonna do?
Got it.
Focus.
I didn't pack an EMP. I suppose I can do... Yeah, I only have 2 MPs. That's fine.
How do I... I'll get him.
Also, man, there's some people that are very negative on The Mandalorian right now. It's kind of funny. They're like,
Here we go.
oh, you know, The Mandalorian isn't that good. I don't know why people like it, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you have to understand, this is all relative. Because, yes, in the grand scheme of all that is television, no, The Mandalorian is not, like, the best show ever. It's very... Does it pander to its audience? Absolutely. Does it include a lot of references to its own universe? Absolutely. Is it also the best piece of Star Wars media we've had in the last decade? Also true. And that's the reason why people are cheering. They're not cheering, they're not saying The Mandalorian's like a really, really good show because it's the best show ever made. They're saying it's a really, really good show for Star Wars, which is quite frankly the best they've gotten in so long after just years of being kicked in the teeth. So there's people that are very sour on it are just, they're missing the point.
Nice.
To bring up a popular punching bag.
Can't mess this up.
Oh, that's
Okay.
it.
Here's the plan.
We can do this.
Stay calm. Remember.
Termination of enemy signals confirmed.
Despite that taking almost a minute, still really good in terms of overall unit, city, terminal damage. We're good.
Terminal closure complete.
We just played the long game on that one.
Surrounding 2-kilometer area now
So it's like The Mandalorian, it's like, it is such, it's like finding just, not just an oasis in a desert of garbage, it's like an oasis with nectar in a hotel that's for free, with a comfortable bed,
But I guess it goes to show.
and a path that's kind of home. That's what it's like with The Mandalorian. Mandalorian gave people hope that Star Wars could be great again.
I'd recommend at least
To coin a
EMP
phrase.
capable Sentinels in the strike team.
It's like what I like using about PS4 Spider-Man. You know, I love making fun of that game because people laud that game as one of the best action games ever made. It is not, and nowhere near close to being anywhere near the best action games ever made. It is, however, because people are saying that, it is the best Spider-Man game in the last 20 years. Because Spider-Man games are mediocre at best. Almost every Marvel licensed game is basically garbage tier. They're always watered down garbage, brain dead action games that literally sell on the license. Oh well, I really liked this, that, or the other. Like the best ones were the Marvel ones. Lego Marvel was the best Marvel game for a long while. And why is that? Because it's also because it was Lego first of all, and Lego took quality in their stuff. But was it really that good? Could it have been better? Absolutely. But they never bothered with the license because I know people would just buy anything that had the Marvel label, the popular person on it, like Spider-Man. And so for the decades, that's how it was. Then along comes a game that actually tries to make a really good Spider-Man game and does so. It's not just a phoned-in game. Now, is it among the best action games ever made? Hell no. I'm constantly on people about that. People don't like me saying it, but it is true. This game does not stack up to a lot of action games. A lot. It is above average at best. But in the context of Spider-Man games, yes, this is like the best one. And so you should celebrate it, absolutely. Just put things in context is all I'm saying. Same thing for Mandalorian. Yes, we know it's not the best television show of all time. We're not saying that. We're just saying, in the context of Star Wars, it is the best damn thing they've gotten in a long while. I don't know why I'm saying they. I'm also part of that they. Mandalorian Season 2, in my opinion, was all killer. There was not a weak episode in that entire series. Or entire season. First one was like hit or miss. There were one or two that I'm like, I'm not feeling this. But the callbacks, the weaving in of the books, the games, the other shows, the movies, it carried the entire license on its back for the last couple of months. I think if I'm not mistaken, we got all of the ones we could get in here. Yeah. What do we do with these mystery points? We got nothing to unlock. I mean, clearly there must be stuff to unlock if they keep giving me mystery points. I guess we'll just check back. Alright. Kyle. Never see you live, just wanted to say happy holidays and love the content, especially the recapitations. Thank you so much. It's funny, people are talking about like some of the comments I hear, or one person DM'd me actually. They're like, you shouldn't, and I'm not going to call this person out, but at the same time, I will say what you said, because I think what you said was, I don't want to say dumb, but you're missing a bigger picture. I mentioned this on Discord too, but they were saying, hey, I think you should stick to what you're really good at, and they try to be like, hey, you know, your recapitations are clearly the reason why people come to this channel, myself included. You do a great job with it. It's where all your traffic goes. Look at the numbers on the other stuff you make. It's not very good. I don't think it's healthy for your channel, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not so mad at this person because clearly they want what's best for me, and I appreciate that. I also want to kindly remind them this is my channel. I do whatever the hell I want. And not to be smug, but if they were ever a fan that was actually a long-time subscriber to the channel, I'm talking about you were like when I was at 5,000 subs. If you were there when my channel was around then for 10 years ago, when I was around 5,000 subs, then you would know that all my channel did was metagame. I did some D&D, and I've been streaming on like Twitch, granted, for like the last few years. So yes, you are just now seeing me streaming on YouTube, and you are just now seeing me revitalize D&D plus the metagame on my channel. But metagame and D&D have always been there. They're just so old. I used to do optimization guides for D&D 3.0 and 3.5. That's how long ago it was. But I did all that stuff before recap. When I was doing that, and then I did recap, people were like, what is this recap garbage? I don't want it. But the recap became the main flavor of the channel. So it's not new. It's just so old, it seems new, because people weren't around then. But yeah. No, I know, I'm not talking about you, Kyle. You're not the person who DM'd me with that. You're cool. I'm just bringing it up as a general announcement that I'm consolidating all of my works that you didn't see on other websites and other platforms into one platform. So if you want to look at the live streams, you can jump in, ask questions, say whatever you want. It's cool. You can also still enjoy a recap, and if you are a D&D DM, absolutely enjoy it. I think it was funny, by the way, some of the comments on the recent one on how to make combat more challenging. One or two of them were like, this seems really hardcore and it can really kill players. I'm like, that is why I called it how to make combat challenging / deadly. It wouldn't be very deadly if it wasn't deadly. That's the whole point. But like I said, just take what you want. You don't have to use every single tip in there. Like, I don't think new DMs would use this. I'm like, new DMs aren't looking to spice up their combat. They're new. Everything's good in their eyes. We got a lot of people all over the place here. Let's go with Nenji. We haven't seen Nenji in a while. I think we just figured out the subway thing, and now we're progressing. Don't let one person get you bothered. Oh, don't worry about it, man. It's all good. You cannot survive on YouTube without having a thick skin. And trust me, I've had years of retail middle management under my belt. Nothing on YouTube has ever bothered me as much as the stuff customers will do in your face, especially around holidays. Like, you're not some screaming irrational parent who messed up their own stuff but wants to blame you and also demand to, like, you know, just screaming like a complete asinine idiot and also demanding a refund yet not returning the product and thinking they're entitled to stuff. It's not, and they're right in your face and they're trying to start a fight. Trust me, been in those battlefields, don't miss it. And because no comment will ever match that sort of intensity, it's okay. Don't worry, I'm cool. But the way they brought it up, what it tells me is that perhaps I haven't communicated the changes and the context with which they're here. So I'm not offended and I'm not upset, but I think it's like, okay, perhaps they are asking a question that other people have on their mind of what is with all this variety of content all of a sudden. It's true, it just came out of nowhere, or so it seems.
Don't move.
Everyone here in chat right now is cool, because you guys are like the 0.01, probably 0.01% of all the subs and people I view on the channel. And so for that, I appreciate you.
I saw that person trying to order me around in the capsule. I only caught a flash, but it's that guy hanging out with Fuyusaka. That was... So the world's gonna end. And it's all because of these 15 people. Because they're sending out this command to the kaiju?
Oh, I love the people where it's like, customers always right. I'm like, where the hell do you think you get off saying that? No, you're welcome to think you're right, but here's reality. Just because you bought something doesn't entitle you to always being correct. Trust me, there are plenty. You could absolutely buy something and be a complete flipping idiot. Trust me.
I want to ask you something.
They're like, oh, that's the one good thing I love about this past year of social media is that the whole concept of Karens, quote unquote. It sucks because I know a Karen in real life and she's actually really nice.
I just want to know
So I'm like, man, it's just a rough time to be named Karen. But I appreciate the publicity and the public shaming of people that act like that to regular hardworking people that are just trying to get through the day. You know, they're just following the rules. And these people flip out and think they're entitled to having a meltdown and get their way. I love the fact that they are being publicly shamed for that. And I want more of that. Because we can't, you know, it's not a crime. It's not good to call them
just
new
need you to wait
names
here
and
for
all
me.
that stuff. That's why I think
Okay.
public embarrassment is the best medicine for basically public tantrums done by people that call themselves adults. I like to tell people, hey, you want to be really depressed for a little bit? I want to tell you right now that their vote counts just as much as your vote. How does that make you feel? Meanwhile, people in chat are like, I just came here to watch an RPG. What the hell is all this
weird voice.
soapboxing?
It's gotta be him.
Hey, welcome to the chat. Hey, look at our call center, and I'm officially dead inside. Oh man, my prayers go out to you, bud. You have to have infinite patience to work at a call center. Infinite patience. The fact that you are still alive after working at a call center means you have the patience of a saint. Okay, so we don't know, but currently there's only one route. Weird voice. Let's talk to her.
Oh, Ogata-kun. What's wrong?
Out of my way.
Ah, so we haven't had a chance to talk about it.
Okino, you're the one. I saw you, you asshole.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Drop the act. How'd you put me in that capsule? Why do you keep putting me back here?
I really have
Zero,
no
how's it going
idea
today?
what you're saying.
Ryan, keep doing you.
Bullshit,
I will.
Don't.
I'm gonna keep talking about Dungeons and Dragons because I've been playing that game for almost 20 years. I love that game. I will still keep talking about it. I will still
We got two
talk
ways to
about
do this,
junk
kid.
on my live stream, and I will still
ready to
recap
talk?
games.
Where I make you talk.
Nobody's gonna stop me.
We got.
You're not gonna run.
You think you can run? Okino, you asshole.
What's going on here? Can he see me?
I'm on to you, bastard. Get me out of this capsule thing.
Capsule?
Did he figure it out? What's our next move?
Wait, you're the... Now I remember. Hijiyama. You came out of nowhere with that sucker punch.
I gave you plenty warning.
When you run out of mystery files to unlock, the points automatically turn into meta chips. Do they? Because I'm still getting file points. Does that mean there's other mystery files to unlock later? Eventual files? Okay, eventual files. Got it. Makes sense. Joke's on you, I can't vote.
Well, he's away.
Well, Jackson, you can vote.
What do we do now?
Do you vote?
Don't worry about it. We're not done yet.
Where am I?
I wondered
What's
if he
going
was
on
hooked
here?
up to that.
You don't have to know. You're going right back in.
To the train platform.
Okino. You said you'd help us, right? Then you gotta do something before the attack hits. Can't you save any of the others?
An attack? Wait, you mean... those things are the true foes of the Sentinels?
Exactly. What I need to find is the reason for the attack. So now we're here. Trying to find the key that controls the D-forces.
People used to think the recaps were garbage? Of course. Chris, I know you were one of the earliest supporters. But yeah, when I first started, yeah, nobody liked recaps. I got hit with all sorts of comments like, you'd have to dig really deep though, because those videos are 10 years old. And those comments are just as old. But a lot of them were like, this is dumb, or this isn't very useful, or you're not very good at like talking about the game, or some people thought I was a review, and like, what's the point of this review? You didn't give it a score. Or it's like, you forgot this, that, and this other detail. This isn't a very good summary of the game. I don't know why you would post this instead of just, you know, playing the game yourself. It was, a lot of people were offended, almost in a way.
One person's commanding these.
Or it's like,
kaiju
this
to
isn't
come
very
here, right?
entertaining. You should be like this
One out of
other
these 15
person
people?
who does like those blah 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 in
So
a
you
nutshell
know.
in 5 minutes
Yes.
in a whatever video, anything
15
like that.
children's lives
There was a
were
lot of, I don't
manipulated
want to say hostility, but a
so
lot
that
of
they would destroy the world.
discouragement. But you know how it is.
They broadcast command
Because people were
signals
like,
from
hey,
their
you should
body,
do a
even if they don't
a
want
metagame
to,
guide
or
on this,
don't
that, or
even
the
know.
other.
Those signals create the kaiju. and then beckon them here.
Because even if the quality, the production quality of what I had wasn't very good,
So,
a lot of people recognized
there
early
lots
on
of
that I
keys?
tended to
No,
boil
just
down
one.
information to a very digestible
Out of
format.
all 15, only one has the key that controls them.
I wonder which one that is.
that League of Darkness lady said something about this. She said I was the one who had the key first.
Oh, that's right, she didn't mention that.
But I don't know
It's been a
anything
while.
about
It's been like
that.
a month since I've been
I
this.
don't remember anything anyway.
Of course you don't.
I know it's a different
Control
atmosphere
key
today,
is a code for a program.
where almost all of you came in because
You're
of
one of
recap,
those 15 people.
and almost
Up
nobody
until
comes in
2
because of
months ago,
metagame.
the commands were coming from you.
Seriously? It was me?
It used to be. Now, though? Well, from what I hear, that had already changed by the time we caught you.
Now another person's got the key. And they're the ones sending out the signal to start an apocalypse.
Okay, so this key's actually a program. How do you even look for something like that?
Well, to you, it'll look like a standard metal key. At least, within that station.
What do you mean?
I need to see who got the
This reminds me
control
of The
key
Matrix
after
3.
you.
Which, by the way,
The
I can't believe they're
idea
making
was to
Matrix
just
4.
pull the data out of you.
What are they gonna do?
But whatever happened is really bound up in your personal memories. Which means you're the only one who can dig that information out. That's why you're in the
Average
chair,
viewer, those
and
people
I'm
should
on
do
the
what they
tech
preach.
side.
If they want you to be like someone else, they should
I'm
try to make
making it
videos
so
like
you
the
can
three I
find that
recommend.
key for me.
Remember, 10 years ago, there were a
Hold on
lot
a
of
sec.
copycat mentality was
You're telling me
huge
that
on
whole
YouTube.
station's-
Tons of people started channels
been in
wanting to be
this
like
chair this whole
AVGN.
time.
Tons of people started
That
review channels
station
wanting to be like Nostalgia
Is
Critic.
an illusion created
Tons of
from your
people did.
memories.
That was the in thing to
You
do.
gotta be
So people
kidding.
thought copycatting was the way to go. It's playing interesting music right now. But people were almost weirded out the fact that I wasn't copycatting anybody because nobody was doing very dry, almost academic story recaps.
I see now. That's
By
how
the
you
way,
broke out
Valkyrie
of the
Profile 2 is
simulation.
almost done.
Even I'm there. at the
Valkyrie Profile
station.
2
You
depresses
piggybacked
me,
on my access
in a
ID.
way.
I guess that'd get you clear of control. Well, I can fix that right
Maybe
now.
it's a stopping point with this. Okay. So it's not depressing because necessarily the content of it. It's depressing because I love Valkyrie Profile 2 for so many years, and I'm playing it now today, and it's one of those things where it's still a good game, but it's not as good as you remember it because your standards are different now. And you're like, it's not that this doesn't necessarily hold up today. It's just, yeah, I mean, what? That's just being nice. It doesn't hold up as well as it used to. It's still a fun game. I enjoy it, but I struggle to recommend it. Because there are things that the first game did that are better than it, even though there are things that 2 does that are better than 1. I think there are almost a few more things that 1 does that's better than 2. Having played 1 recently, and now playing 2 again. And for the longest time, I think so many people were like, oh, this is so good, and my memories this is so good. And I'm playing it again, I'm like, it's okay, it's good. But my scale of quality has changed. And this is not as high quality as I once placed it. The pedestal needs to be lowered a little bit.
Okay, now we're all on the same page. So, let's jump back in.
Hey, hold on!
Don't squirm. Trust me, you don't want that tech coming off by force. You might never wake up.
I wonder where Okino's looking.
Find the key.
My apologies for hitting you.
I
But you need
apologize,
to take this seriously.
but I don't apologize very much.
If you want to be free, help us. That's your only option.
So yeah, this is that subway station. Just like in Matrix 3. Hey, we already did Exterminator. Sweet. Let's continue with Ninja. Ryan Jung, yeah, I think they're shooting it right now. If you look at the recent pictures of Keanu Reeves, especially when he was just promoting Cyberpunk, you see he has a very short Neo haircut. I wonder if they're gonna use some slight de-aging technology.
Alright,
Because technically you shouldn't really age in the Matrix because it's just an idealized version of yourself.
I guess when you
So
put
it'd
it
be very
like
weird.
that, maybe you've got a point. I should slow down and think a little. What's wrong?
So now Ninja realizes he's in the Matrix and he's the one.
Gotta be kidding me. So all of this? It's all some big dream in my head? This Kisaragi, and that Fuyusaka, and Wajima. None of them are real? So the world, if he's right, I'm one of those people too. That was... So this key's a program that's calling the kaiju out. Except
Cyberpunk
I'm just
2077
gonna see
thoughts.
it as
I
a
have not
normal
played
ass
it.
key, I guess.
I will start my game when the alleged massive patch in January comes out. I'm aware January is next week. Actually, January is this week. I'm aware January is this week. But I'm waiting for that massive patch they claim they're coming.
You're not the real Kisaragi. You're just some ghost of her in my brain.
What are you talking about? Is your head okay? Did you eat something bad?
Don't even talk to me.
You think that's sadness you're feeling?
I guess that means she came from my head too?
Huh?
I don't really know Fuyusaka that well. So maybe that's it? I just got her mixed up with the school nurse? Hey Fuyusaka, where'd Okino go?
Okino? Who's that?
Uh-oh.
Fancy meeting you here.
I get it.
Usami-chan.
He said he was gonna fix it.
Iori, your place
this
isn't
is what
this
he
way,
meant.
right? Where are you going? I've just got a thing over in...
Oh. That's right, I forgot Jiro was there.
Karabe.
And this is the Karabe line, not the Izumi line.
Hey, it's you.
If I
It's
remember
you.
right, you don't take the train to school, do ya?
Guess I don't, but who cares? I can still take the train if I want. It's not a crime.
Wow, what a cavalier Jiro. I'm not sure I like that attitude.
Looks like he got himself out. But where the hell does that leave me? If Okino's not here, I can't chase after him to get out of here. So, you got a key on you?
What kind of
Watch,
key?
I have to beat up Wajima
Key to summon
again,
kaiju.
and that's how I get my key.
Summoning kaiju.
Just and even in the virtual
What?
world, Wajima just
That
keeps
weird?
getting his ass handed to him.
I don't really
That's his
have
sole
time to
existence in
indulge
this
those
game.
childish fantasies.
Now that's weird.
That is weird.
Last I heard, you were way into that shit.
Huh.
Well, what a shame. Looks like my train's here. Which means this conversation is over.
Smug Jiro.
What's wrong? I
don't
didn't...
think so.
I didn't cross a line, did I? Hey, could you not ignore me?
Well, look what we got here. Ogata, most punchable face in the city.
Oh wait, is that still a fail condition?
Messed
Damn, it really is, isn't it?
that up.
Report. Not this time, from the looks of things.
So put me back. That's how this goes, right?
You realize your life is at stake here. I
Yeah,
suggest you
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just throws us right in. Alright, talk to you, talk to
Ogata-kun.
you.
Mami-chan!
I love the fast forward function.
Last I heard.
Well, what a looks like my train, which means this
Don't bullshit. You know. Hey, don't.
Oh, we can get in. Okay.
Hey, that's the wrong train.
So you followed me.
Why'd you run? Huh?
You're on the wrong train, Nenji Ogata.
Doesn't matter which one I take. Same damn thing happens anyway. I always get taken out by the kaiju.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
You're not Karabe.
Well, that's just embarrassing. I really need to hide my tracks better. I've been getting sloppy.
I did not expect that.
Never figured you'd come looking to take it
I can
back.
say that a lot about a lot of things.
Who the hell are you?
Jiro Karabe.
He disappeared.
Because that could be the original. And that explains why he's so smug. Oh, not Sentinels.
That's Minami behind you. And look what she's got. I don't know how I know, but that's the key. Gotta be.
Do
That
you know
rhymes.
anything about what kind of code this is? Do you even know what you've been looking for?
Doesn't matter. I finally found it. It's her. Minami's the one with the key. I know the key's a program that controls the kaiju. And now I know Natsuno Minami's got it.
If you know that, then why are you on their side? You think you know what they're gonna do with it? They can't save anyone. Don't trust them. You know what they'll do to her. Do you have any idea what Natsuno Minami will go through?
What, like I'm supposed to trust you instead? I don't even know who you are.
I'm Juro Izumi. A version of Juro Karabe from another world.
What the hell?
I've come to save you. That's why I'm here. To protect her control key. Fine. Trust me or don't. I don't care. Just forget about finding the key.
I can't do that. That key's gonna destroy the world, right?
If you let me handle this, you won't regret it. But if they found out that Natsuno Minami has the key, you think they'd be nice about getting it out of her?
Got a point. These sickos already kidnapped me and messed with my brain. Minami might end up the same way.
See, he's rational.
Break her. Leave her like Ryoko Shinonome. Or they might just kill her. She's a pawn in their game.
Is that what happened to Ryoko?
Just another sacrifice.
But why did they break Ryoko then?
Think this through.
Did they think she had the key?
Report. Did you find it?
No.
I analyzed the station you're seeing. Basically, it's a visual representation of a kind of database. It kind of got tangled with your memories, so not everyone
Figure
there will
who's
be
the best who
relevant.
wrote each Persona game? The original
But
trio
one of them
included?
has
I mean, why
access
wouldn't
to
we
the
include
code.
the original trio? Come on
You just
now.
need to find out who.
Tell you what, save that question for later,
What are you gonna do to him?
because I want to redo the other Personas, and I want to really see how that changes in my mind.
Once I control the commander, I control the kaiju. If that's impossible, I'll just destroy the control key. Don't worry. You'll be free to go.
Alright.
I didn't say this before, but process. The more loops we do, the more stress your brain gets put under. If you don't find it soon, I can't promise you'll survive. Am I clear? You need to investigate the people on that platform closely. Let's run it again.
The hell am I supposed to do?
He's at 75% now. Alright, a couple people are 50%.
Miwako? Usami-chan, this is bad.
I keep waiting for some dark twist to happen with Miwako. Or at least Wajima. One of the two.
What happened? Shinonome-senpai, she's gone. What? I only looked away for a second. What should we do, Usami-chan? What should we do, Usami-chan? How far could she be? She wasn't exactly in a state to be running any marathons.
See, if you ask me, too many people are used to instant gratification. So many people were pissed about the ongoing delays and were pissed with a buggy game after launch. I think it's fair to be upset with a buggy game after launch. I don't think it's that irrational to be mad at someone for delaying their game. Like, if it's not ready, it's not ready. I think where the meme came in, though, was that CD Projekt Red perhaps overpromised and underdelivered. Hard to tell if that's where the fault lies, because we're not going to get the whole story. But I personally don't mind if a game says it's delaying. It's not the end of the world. Honestly, by the time you play a game, you're not even going to remember all the delays it went through. It's just that they would say, hey, we're just going to delay it for 1 month. We're going to delay it for 1 month. We're going to delay it for 1 more month. We're going to delay it for 3 more months. We're going to delay it for 1 more month. It just kept adding on and on and on and on. It's like, hey, look, if you need to take another year, just take another year. Just take another year. Because people, if you show something, especially in early production, don't mind my squeaky chair, and it does not match like with the early footage, you know, promotional stuff, people get upset about that, which is stupid. But they only get upset if the final product they got wasn't satisfactory enough. A game can be very misrepresentative of its final product and still be so well liked that people forget about what they saw. See, people like to talk to Cyberpunk and compare it to like Aliens Colonial Marines, where like the original trailer it showed is not representative of its final product by a long shot. But there are other games that do that as well, but they get away with it because people enjoy the final product. I didn't forget though. Two big names that I like to point out is BioShock Infinite and The Last of Us. Both of those games showed off E3 footage trailers that were not representative of the final product in terms of what you saw, what you did, the context of things, what you could do. The games that they showed during those E3s, those were the games I wanted to play more than the games that actually came out. The thing is that enough people liked the final product of what actually came out of The Last of Us or BioShock Infinite that people forgot about that. But that still doesn't change the initial crime, in my opinion, of just being misrepresentative of your final product to begin with. And since it's not actually a crime, that's why I don't think any alleged lawsuits are going to fall through. Because you can advertise whatever you want and just put little subtext saying not representative final product and you're good. Is it ethical? That's a completely different discussion versus if it's legal.
Any luck?
Not a trace. She must have gone real far.
But yeah, a lot of unethical trailers, that has happened. That's a lot of red bars too. Oh no, I don't want to go to my apartment. Or maybe I do want to go to my apartment. Alright, let's just go down the list. Let's go to Deck Kaiju first.
check out the kaiju.
You stay here, Miliko. Never know when that second here might come back.
While I don't think any game should ever take as long as they want,
This thing's dangerous.
they need to have an idea of
You know
what
that, right?
of a good enough, close enough final stage
10 minutes.
state is going to be.
I'm not hanging
Because
around
all
here
game, like
longer
all
than
art,
that.
is never finished.
I don't see her.
But you have to finish eventually. I don't applaud people that think they have all the time in the world.
Nothing in there.
Like no one else's time or money is important. Because that's the exact sort of nonsense that that recent BioWare did with Anthem.
Where is she? She couldn't have gone
Which, by the way,
far.
makes me very nervous about the new Mass Effect and the new Dragon Age that's been talked about for 4 years.
Did you find footprints?
Or
Thought I had something.
Hideo Kojima,
Nope.
because he was famous for being just a diva like that, where it's like, I'm not going to be accountable to anybody. I'm just going to finish stuff whatever I want. And enough people love me, and I'm popular enough to get away with whatever I want. I hate that attitude. That's just so effing smug.
Senpai's probably not here. Maybe we should look somewhere else.
Cyberpunk 2077 was virtually unplayable on current generation Xbox or PlayStation systems due to an enormous number of bugs. I wonder what their legal definition for virtually unplayable is, because that'll be the gray area debate. Define virtually unplayable? Because the game turns on.
No good, huh?
I remember when Skyrim first came out, for the first
Alright,
week, you
let's check
couldn't
somewhere else.
play the game really. First of all, you couldn't play the first game for a few weeks on PlayStation 3. It was just that broken. It could not work. And on Xbox, you couldn't really play the first dungeon because the door was glitched. So the first Dragon Door dungeon you had to do, you couldn't get past it for the first 3 days because the door was glitched. It either didn't open or the portal was somewhere else. But does anybody talk about that? Nah. Oh, it's funny when Skyrim did it. I was pissed since the day that game came out. Never forgave it. People forget, but I didn't forget. Suffer reputational harm, blah blah blah, defendant statements about its business operating prospects, which are false, misleading, on a reasonable basis. Yeah, it'll be interesting because those are certainly a list of complaints, but I'm really curious if there's a legal precedent to follow through with any of it. Because if games like Aliens Colonial Marines can get away with it, even when they were actually literally embezzling funds from that game to pay for Borderlands, if they can get away with it, I really wonder how much water any of that will hold up. So I will not hold my breath on this lawsuit. I think what the people who are in it are all the stock people who lost money in the stock, but whatever. That's a them problem. Alright, my apartment's on 13 Sakura, so let's talk about my apartment.
I'm gonna check on my house. Usami-chan.
Hey, wait! You stay here.
Because there has to be a legal limit to what's considered quote-unquote unplayable. It's like OSHA standards. There is an actual definable limit to what's considered unsafe
Hey.
workplaces.
There are reasons
It
to
is
take this
written
place.
down that this is what's okay, this is not
Well,
okay. In the
maybe
legal
she's gotten
precedent of
hungry.
software, especially
lot of food
entertainment
places here.
software, I'd be
True.
very curious if there is a legal
She couldn't have
precedent,
eaten while she
an
was
actual
knocked out.
definable term and standard of measurable significance of what is considered quote-unquote playable or not. Because the ability for someone to play a game is independent of the game's actual ability to be played, if that makes sense. Like, say a game's too hard and a person can't even beat the first tutorial stage of it, does that make the game unplayable? Because they can't play the game.
What is that?
Looks like an RC helicopter. Is that thing with the kaiju?
I know they can get away with it for the PC, because honestly, this is what I think that's hard for PC, is that no matter what it is, a person's independent, like they can't account for everybody's individual specs. So people on PC, if this was a PC only game, this would get away with it scot-free, because they could just get away by saying, oh well, your computer doesn't, configure, it runs on our computers just fine. If it doesn't run on your computer, it must be something on your end. They can completely get away with that. But because this is ironically the one thing consoles are good at, is that they're standardized. They're all
Nothing
built
in
the
there.
same, more or less.
Any luck?
Because
Around
it's
here.
it's very valid to say the game is not optimized for last gen consoles, but virtually unplayable.
Where is
That's the
she?
part that I'm curious about.
She couldn't have
Are
gone
they going to
far.
establish a legal precedent for that? They could just toss that out the window. Because that's how most of these legal things seem to go. Is you just throw down everything you can throw at them, and then what comes comes.
Did you find footprints?
I'm not a lawyer, but I did serve during a actual
Thought I had something.
jury where I
Nope.
went through the entire criminal process. And learning due process that way up close and personal was very educational. Because they threw lots of things at the dude that was being tried in the trial I was sitting in at as a juror. But he didn't get convicted for all of it. Some of it just got thrown out because there wasn't sufficient evidence for it. That's just kind of how it goes. I guess we have to search every one of the areas.
Guess this was the wrong place.
Where do you think she went?
Who knows?
I guess we'll head back.
She's going to be the very last spot we check.
The sun.
Sentinel.
What about the Sentinel we saw? Maybe she went over there.
Big guy did stand out. You wanna go?
Miwako? Wait here. Be careful.
We'll be back in a jiffy. Why here?
Kalama, where are the Gundams?
I figured
How's it going? Welcome to
if
chat.
Senpai's trying to get to the school, she'd probably come this way.
Oh, right. She wouldn't know about the messed up road.
One thing I could certainly say that was also very eye-opening in doing my civic duty as a juror was, man, when you hear about stuff that happens to people, really horrible things that I'm not going to talk about because they really are really bad. When you read about it online or you hear about it through a news story or you just hear about it from someone, it's bad. But when you're there looking at a person that's literally like 20 feet away from you that either A, did something really bad, or B, was on the receiving end of that really bad thing, it's intense, the atmosphere. It's just an aura that's just so intense when you're in a criminal atmosphere. It's hard to describe. It's like looking at a fire on the TV and actually being in a fire in real life. Or looking at like shooting a gun versus actually firing a firearm. It's completely different.
Did you find footprints?
Because anybody who's ever fired a gun in real life can tell you,
Thought I had
when everybody's like,
something.
"Oh, video games teach people
Nope.
to fire guns." No, they don't. They are nothing. They are nothing alike. They are nothing alike.
Anyway, we need to find a lead.
Anybody who says that has either A, never discharged a firearm, or B, never actually played a video game. One of those two logic is missing because they're connecting nothing. All right, she's not here either.
No. We need to explore more thoroughly.
Kalama, yes. I used to do streams on other platforms and write D&D articles for other platforms, but I brought all of that to one spot. So now you're gonna get my new D&D articles, and you're gonna get my new live streams 2 or 3 times a week now. So instead of splitting up my works across other platforms, I brought it all to the YouTube platform. So more variety. If it doesn't apply to you, that's okay. It's like a buffet line. Just take what you want.
Break it to you, but I don't think she's come by here.
Have you ever fired a gun? Yes, I have.
Any more is a waste of time. Let's go.
Shinonome-senpai.
Less thinking, more walking.
Usami. Let's try checking the school. Senpai might have had the same thought.
Let's do it. It's all the way around the bend.
But thanks, Kalama. Thanks for saying I have the best game recaps.
Wait here. Be careful.
I almost want to follow up that question
back
by
in a
saying,
jiffy.
out of curiosity, what other channels have video game recaps? That way I can look at the channel and steal their ideas. I mean, know who my colleagues are in the same field that I participate in, is what I meant to say. What high school?
The hell? The north building's gone.
And the schoolyard's totally caved in. Oh, look at that. Over in the pit.
That another construction machine?
I bet that's what dug the hole.
What's the point? They trying to make a nest or something?
That thing's a construction machine for developing planets, right? Would it dig up a hole for no reason?
Unless we're on the other planet.
Maybe there's something down there. Underground.
Like what? More dirt?
Joseph Anderson?
I'm just saying.
That name sounds familiar. What's the name of his series? Or is he just Joseph Anderson?
Well,
I feel like
so
I may
much
have
for this
watched a
place.
video of his. That name
There's
sounds
not
so
a single
familiar.
person here.
Let's keep looking around.
Speak of the devil.
I think during the break, I'll look up Joseph Anderson.
Shinonome-senpai.
Hey, wait! That can't be good. It's that android from before.
Is it broken?
Guess there's our answer.
What do you do, Neji? Punch it? Mr. Anderson.
Run!
Oh man, is he gonna come back?
We're surrounded.
This is bad. Is A gonna come in and be a badass again? Yep.
You're right.
This man knows how to make an entrance.
Hey, thanks. Who are you?
The name's Sekigahara. You're Tomi Kisaragi, right? Didn't know any of you were left. Are you the only ones here?
Iron Man punch. That's Linkara. That's a reference to Linkara. I understood that reference.
Oh. Shinonome-senpai is... Well, she was there.
Dude, it was just a second ago.
I guess she ran away from the androids.
So Ryoko-san's here too.
Are you with Morimura?
Maybe.
I mean, you've got to be from the future, right?
Yes. Quite a ways away.
Now listen here. How do you know Kisaragi?
That's...
A drone. It's a probe that found you two on its patrol. To think you were still here. I honestly didn't expect it.
So it told you about us.
Sorry you got caught up in this mess. In any case, you need to go to the underground gate. I'll take you there.
Oh, one thing I realized I forgot to mention when I was talking about playing Valkyrie Profile 2 and realizing it's still a good game, but not as good as I remember it. The recap should probably be out probably by Tuesday, so it's going to be very, very soon. If not Tuesday, definitely Wednesday, but before the new year, it will be out, so please look forward to it. Please enjoy.
All the gates above ground are locked. I've been struggling to find my way out of here.
It is hella fun to
You
play,
too?
though. I still love the battle
We
system.
need
The
to
battle
go
system's so
underground.
good.
The primary shifter should be there. The other gates all connect to that one from afar. They're merely access points.
Underground? You mean... down there? That's where we need to go?
Correct.
The Great Hole. Yeah, she's only 57%, huh? She's only a 50. Alright. We'll do Ryoko,
Yes.
and then we'll do a battle.
Easy. Take your time. Do you know where you are?
It wasn't a dream. Morimura. Ship number... Rano. Eiseki Gahara. Eikun is a year younger than me, and a childhood friend. How could I think he was the culprit? Please, the If Eiseki Gahara isn't 426, then who's the one that messed with the Sentinels?
Take those when your headaches start to get bad. The medicine is a bit strong. You may experience some temporary side effects. But don't worry, your memories will return quickly.
Where are we with her? It's like surveillance footage. Huh. And we don't have Jiro Karabe, apparently. I wonder if we got surveillance footage from there. So we're still on this timeline. Alright, so there's something we have to do that is not have the flashback, that is not running away.
Are you all right?
This should make me feel...
Alright.
Where are you going?
Stop
Okay. So there's something we need to do to get Jiro Karabe. She told us to run. We already got distracted. We already did the Megami flashback. What else are we forgetting? Okay, so we can't leave to the passageway.
You don't have to follow me. No, none of them. No, not. Megami.
I wonder if we don't run, what happens?
My head, it hurt. He's... Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah?
Do you like sweets, Senpai?
Oh, no.
What sort of weird do you like? Did you?
Well,
Come on, did you?
Oh, no.
Oh, if I run away, there's still another route to open up. Because we exit, we ran away. Oh wait, we didn't go to the vending machines. Damn it, no! We're on the wrong path, aren't we? Probably. Yeah, we're on the wrong path.
Can't go on.
Messed up.
That was a... I need the nerd...
It's inevitable. Okay, we might as well restart. Oh crap, I'm locked in here. Alright.
You're...
All this is old stuff. Damn.
Oh? Where's Goto-kun? How much?
Okay, so we messed that
Of
up.
course.
Alright. There's something else we have to do in this hallway that is not related to Megami. Or maybe it is related to Megami, but we don't do the flashback?
Are you all...
Alright.
Yep.
Let's see.
I guess there's really nothing you can do about it. Do about what? You know, your... condition.
Okay. Well, that's new, at least.
You don't have to follow me.
Don't say it like that. My job is to help you.
Doesn't seem likely.
Oh, there's Jiro.
Izumi-kun, you're all right. I'm relieved.
Not again, Senpai.
What?
I've already asked you to stop making fun of me. I'm Kurabe. Juro Kurabe. Goto-senpai.
Apologies, Kurabe. You can go ahead.
My head. It hurts. Kurabe? But he's Izumi-kun. I don't understand. I bet Renya Goto knows something about this.
Knows something about a lot of things.
I can't go with my head. This should make me feel a little... Juro Kurabe? Explain.
You have the wrong person.
That's not possible. I wouldn't mistake him for someone else.
There are certain things you're better off not knowing.
Certain things you're better off taking your
Just
pills
tell me.
for.
Juro Izumi doesn't exist anymore. He's Juro Kurabe now. His mind could not withstand the battle. He had to be turned into someone else. There is no chance of recovery.
Izumi-kun. He has the same symptoms as I do.
Alright, flashback time. By the way, this is a little mean-spirited, but I think perhaps accurate.
Sunny! Where are you? What do I do? Everyone's gone. Kaiju?
Nice.
She's around here? Where?
The building on the left. The drone spotted them 20 minutes ago. Going into that building. Can you not find them?
The drone's found her.
Bring her in.
It sounds weird, but she almost looks different without bandages all over her. Come with me if you want to live.
We finally meet. You're Ryoko Shinonome-san, right?
Who are you?
I'm Juro Izumi, and I need your help. We're going to save the world. With that robot.
Yeah, that was actually kind of short. Alright, let's rock a battle. What was I gonna say? Oh, that's right. So, I said this before and I was making fun of it, but I think it's both hilarious and stupid that no PS5 was trending on social media for most of Christmas Day. And I'm thinking, first of all, yes, there's not a lot of PS5s and a lot of kids didn't get it. But at the same time, if you're the type of kid who doesn't get a state-of-the-art video game system for free and then bitches about it on social media, then whatever, good riddance. You don't deserve one. Because I'm not talking about every kid. You know, if you want to play video games, great. First of all, there are plenty of video games to play, and not a lot to play on the new gen systems. However, if your response to not getting the toy that you wanted is complain about it on social media with a hashtag, whatever. I feel zero sympathy for you. I hope you don't get a PS5 next year either. Hijiyama and nobody dies. Horde of modified Terra Carrier Kaiju will appear. Those are flying ones, right? Or are those the giant walker ones?
I'm ready.
Did you hear about one scalper who ended up getting robbed of all the next-gen consoles they managed to get? I have not.
Let's roll.
think I'm gonna equip the homing missile on her, just so we can have more anti-flying stuff. Even though I know she has an EMP. That should be everyone, right? There we go. Or maybe it's just the meta system one. Did I miss one for a person? We have everything though, right? Was that what that trophy was for? I want to say. Alright. You ever look at a word so long it just looks weird? Equip is one of those words. I'm staring at it right now. I'm like, equip, equip, equip. Wait, that word looks weird. Because I'll be honest, the Sentinel upgrades are expensive. But I guess you could argue they're no more expensive than... Because look, it's like, they're 6,000, 5,000 a pop. Good lord. Like, this is just generally useful. Where are my long-range people? Oh yeah, remember people selling like toilet paper like $200 a roll? It's just... This is a perfect example of how things will go down during a zombie apocalypse. Like, people always make fun of like how ridiculous, oh, people would never act like that in a crisis situation. Look around. People are gonna be like, nah man, I didn't get bit, it's all good, everyone knows zombies are fake, whatever man, you can't believe everything on the news. And then other people will be live streaming, yo dog, I just got bit by a zombie. Let's, donate to me right now during my 24-hour I'm turning into a zombie live stream. People do that sort of nonsense. I'll be like, I think zombies... I see, people call it zombies. What you need to understand is that it's actually just radiation poisoning from all the recently installed 5G towers or 6G towers. All those new experimental 6G towers are just creating radiation in the air. They're decaying people to the point and driving them crazy, turning their brains to mush. That's what they think they're calling zombies out there. Don't you understand? This is all orchestrated. This is targeted class warfare. +2 on Neuralink lets pilots participate in 3 consecutive fights. Yeah, that's not that big of a deal. Because if somebody's burned out, you just go play another battle. That's not necessarily worth it. Auctions are just major scalping events? I disagree. Because reselling is not scalping. Scalping is contextually different. It's like when somebody dies or is killed, not every action of somebody killing somebody else is murder. That's a different context than manslaughter or general homicide. You know, there are different contextual reasons that separate the act of simply selling something from person A to person B, peer-to-peer selling, or C-to-C selling in this case, consumer to consumer. There's an ethical line in this case that turns it from normal reselling to price gouging or scalping, or highway robbery as the case is. There's an ethical difference, a predatory difference, and that context
Here goes.
is what separates it.
I'll go. No problem.
Horde of modified Terra carrier. Alright, we have people with EMPs. I think we're good. Jala, how you liking the game so far? Pretty good.
Hey, Giamakun. I'm sorry I called you.
Let me
simple.
rephrase that. Hey, what I've
You
seen.
really are reliable. Always have been.
Always have been.
Where's this
You only say that when you're about to die, Okino.
I keep calculating and recalculating, and I always get the same result. I wish it was different, but you deserve to know. I measured the rate of incoming kaiju, and we can't win. There's 0 chance of surviving until tomorrow. A physical impossibility. We failed. It doesn't matter if we fight back. Our window is gone. It's over. If you don't want to tell the others, then I understand.
You understand nothing. Is that who you think I am? That I'll just give up simply because I'm told to? I'm not just fighting for my own survival. You know it's more than that.
Hijiyama-kun.
Alright, Sarah. That I've seen people overpay for things at auctions they can buy online for substantially cheaper. See, in that sort of relationship, that is definitely not what I would call scalping, because in an auction, the buyer has all the power to simply submit a bid. Like, there's no accountability on the person selling it, where it's like, okay, auction starts at this. If the bidder says, that's not worth it, or too rich for my blood, that is 100% on the bidder. The bidder cannot complain about overpaying at an auction because they're the one who determined the price in the first place. If you overpaid at an auction, you have literally nobody else to blame but yourself, because you're the one who hit submit bid. So I can't empathize. That's not scalping. That's not on the seller. Because a seller who says, nah, you're gonna buy this PS5 for $3,000, that's scalping. You're not giving any choice or power to the consumer. People want to say, oh, that's capitalism. Yeah, yes and no. What I would like for people to do is not give in to their knee-jerk reactions and their impulse buying, and just understand in a few months' time there's going to be so many Xbox Series X's and PlayStation 5s in the shelves, nobody's going to think twice about it. And there'll actually be games to play for it that uniquely run very well on the system and aren't also available on current gen systems or last gen systems. So if anything, this is just, in my opinion, a good thing. It's a silver lining, because less people are being suckered out of buying consoles early versus waiting for when it's actually more of a value statement for the consumer. The consumers who buy, and no offense if you did or you wanted to, you can do whatever you want with your time and money, but it is a fact that if you buy a day one version of a console, you are paying the most for the worst version of that system. As time goes on, system bugs are going to be fixed, which by the way is funny because all the bugs people complain about Cyberpunk on the current gen systems, I have to ask, is that related or unrelated to the system crashing bugs the systems were already having anyway with other games? Different discussion. You'll have better versions of the hardware. The hardware will even come bundled with something so you get a better value for it. There will be sales later. You are getting the worst version just for what? To say you have it earlier when there's less stuff to play? And you consider that a good thing? Not attacking anyone. I'm just saying for personal experience. Both as somebody who buys consoles and somebody who's sold consoles for the greater part of a decade. It's not a good deal for a consumer to get a day one version of a console. If you make that choice, it is your choice. It's okay. I bought a Switch day one. Don't regret it, and it's also working just fine.
Focus.
Better put on a show for you, man.
How do I...
Alright.
Lend us a hand.
Stay calm, man. We've got it rough. Shield them.
Thank you. We must win. Let's go, Natsuno. There's still hope. Take that. Gotta keep my spirits up. Gotta do something.
People still buy from scalpers, which enable the scalpers, so it's on the person as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you feel subjected to be pressured by the scalpers and buy it from them, you also have nobody to blame but yourself. You evoke no sympathy from me if you're like, oh man, I paid this much value for it. Because you're buying something that isn't limited edition. There's not X many PS5s that will ever be made. It's not like it's a collectible version of a video game where they only make X many units. It's not like it's a collectible limited edition anything. It's a hardware unit. There will be more made. There is no reason to overpay for it. Please exercise some self-control, I urge you. Hey Deli, welcome to the chat. / my rant time.
Natsuno.
The practice round's over.
Alright, where should I move you? Let's move you over here where the action's gonna get hot.
Keep it together.
Number 12, moving up.
Did I?
Unbelievable. I'm acting like an amateur.
Acting like an amateur. I love that line of his. I cannot walk past any of these guys. Damn. Blocked off.
Try again.
I won't give up. Take that.
Better put on a show for Yuki-chan. My treat.
Alright. I figured they were going to be flying. Alright. EMP. Come on, man, really?
Let's go, Natsuno. Number 6. Ready to go. What's my next move?
Signatures from above.
This is why we got a homing missile.
Here goes. I've gotta do this.
And you, I'm going to park right here.
Please, have fun. I can take them all.
It is busy here.
Hold up. Get it.
The
Wait.
practice round's over.
How did these get grounded? I fired the EMP here. Whatever. Alright.
You're just small fry. Humanity
I
stands
need to
proud.
think things through. Take that.
Are we winning? Your turn.
Alright.
I'll make it
vectors. Nice.
I won't give up. Take that. I can do this.
Actually, there's enough units. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of... Okay, we're good, we're good. I'm gonna set up a kill net right here.
Focus. How's that? I think the next one gotta do something.
And a missile right over here.
Ready for this?
Look at all the lines. All the vectors.
Let's see. Is that it?
I need to think things through. Take that. Let's get him.
And another volley.
Let's go, National. Get it. Take that.
Nailed it. What next? I'll make it work. You're just small fry. Senseless. Talking like this.
Here goes. It worked. Are we getting their numbers down? Let's survive. Let's do this. Did I? Destroyed.
What now?
Has anyone played the final demo for Bravely Default 2? Actually, did they come up with the revised demo? I'm curious. I will play that then, later. Because I am curious about that.
Try this. Nice. There you go.
They felt
I
that.
guess life comes at you fast.
Can I hit all three of these? There's 3 Terror Carriers here. Okay, cool.
They're finished. Yes. Found it.
Hey, that was 2 for 1. I'll take that.
Definitely. Out with you. How's that? I did. I can take them all. I need to think things through. I'm counting on you. They won't get past me. What's my next move?
Alright, so we just have a couple big guys lying around. Let's EMP stun them. Can I get all 3 of you? I can get 2 of you. Actually, no, I can get them to 3. I think that's 3 right there.
I'll handle this. Score!
No, I only got 2. Oh, so the EMP burst is only localized to where your location is. I don't know why I thought it was a range. Why does it submit that it's a range? Whatever.
Here goes. Bingo. Oh no, you don't.
Got it!
What next? How's that?
Alright. Nice job.
They won't stay calm.
Within enemy threat range.
Please, help us. Let's go, National.
I do want to invest in the interceptors. I don't know why I did that. I thought I selected interceptors. That was a misclick.
Enemy destroyed. This is all pretty freaky.
Can I have all this? The homing
Let's
missile?
do this. What to do? Gonna be okay. Definitely. Gotta do something.
Yeah, because the EMP center is a range, it looks like.
Hold up! How's that?
Better put on a show for Yuki-chan. Mine is nuts.
We can do this. Right?
10 of mine glows with an awesome power.
How's that? I did it? I need to think things through. Take that. Did I? I can do this.
I love painting dots, by the way. Damage over time, just, I love it.
Watch this.
Man, we've got it rough. Your turn. Bingo!
Nice. Got 2 of those. Sweet.
I won't give up. I've got you now. Ha! One down.
Bingo!
I gotta do this.
Nice. That took out a lot of people. Who's still around?
Stay calm. I can do this. Don't miss. Bingo!
We must win. Take that. Huh, let's turn this around. I'll show you.
Just doing cleanup work now.
Score! Get him! What to do? Give up. How's that? I beat him. Did I?
You're gonna die.
Did I?
Don't even have to do anything.
We will not lose. Gotta keep my spirits up. Termination of enemy signals.
Nice. Easy peasy. Battlefield control spells, man. They're the best.
Aegis activated. Terminal closure complete. Surrounding 2-kilometer area now fully secure. Ending tactical analysis.
Well, 9 wishes game would come to Steam. I actually thought it was on Steam for the longest time.
That we've lasted
But yeah.
this long. Yes. Is Megumi Yakushiji-san alright?
I am, but
I was wondering the same. Why specifically you?
specifically me?
Yeah.
I have to look out for you. I never forgive myself if I
Of
couldn't
course.
repay your kindness. You're the Yaki Silverpawn angel.
I love how he has his priorities.
I knew I recognized you. You're the Yucky Silverpan guy. Always wandering around school with one of them in your hand.
Takatoshi-san, is this really how they know you here?
It's a reputation I'm proud of.
Well, you see, to protect the homeland,
I had to resort to Yaki Sobapan.
Yaki Silverpawn is the food of the gods, and I'll never pretend otherwise.
Damn straight. I love this guy. This man is the MVP. He's the people's champion.
Through.
Turn-based strategy is definitely different from PC RTS. Well, I mean, yeah, they're fundamentally different things. I used to play a mad amount of Warhammer. The PC version, that is, the RTS one. Because I much preferred that over, like, say, StarCraft. I know, sacrilegious, but who cares? I thought it was a better game. I enjoyed the mechanics more, I thought the balance was better, and I liked the lore a lot better, too. This hand of mine burns with an awesome sandwich. This delicious sauce tells me to consume you. Alright, I'm gonna take a very quick break, get some water, and you guys should stay hydrated too. So we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Dawn of War 2 and 3, they ruined it. I actually agree with you. I think Dawn of War 1 was the best one, by far. Dawn of War 2, they basically made it Company Heroes. And no offense to Company Heroes, but I just didn't think it was as good as regular Dawn of War. Dawn of War 3 tried to be a compromise between the two. So it was better than 2, but still not as good as 1. I loved playing Dawn of War. I played Dawn of War so much. Favorite factions were Orcs and Necrons. I used to like Chaos, but nah, I played way more Necrons. Probably Necrons the most. And after that, I really just, if I just want to have a fun time, Orcs. Love playing Orcs. Wah! Let's make it okay. Get on, you gits. Yeah, Dawn of War, the best. Still to me like my gold standard of like really good RTSs. And I love playing all the custom maps people made too. So good. Alright, who do we want to play more as? I guess anyone who's in the 50s. Kind of like raising everybody at once.
Okay.
So no one forced into buying overpriced PS5 and Xbox.
I have to consider
You're
my
right,
next moves
which is
carefully.
why I don't feel for anybody who paid those overpaid boxes. I don't feel for them, because you chose to make an emotional decision over a rational decision. That's what this is. Because they know they're not getting a good deal. They know they're being ripped off. They know this, but they still do it because they're just making an emotional decision, and that's why it's like, please stop before you regret this. You may not regret it, but please stop and just at least think. At least think. Alright, so we got pulled over for pulling out our phaser. Cryptic note we still have to do something about.
The note said...
There's something we interact with here.
I should stay near the station. Now, I should sort out my thought.
The police officer isn't there. Oh, here we go.
An old-fashioned.
Oh. Is it a phone number?
Could it be a phone number?
I never thought of that. That's so many digits. But it could be an international one.
Dialed is no longer in service. Please try again later.
Alright, so we have 3 new revelations.
A girl besides. Dee Dee, and why? Found
Let's leave that alone for now.
She seems to... Natsuno Minami. All I was told about her was her name and class number. She may be in the possession of that data unit. If not, she'll know where it is.
I mean, it's a new path.
I don't trust him, but for now I have to cooperate. It's my only shot at recovering my memories. Tomorrow, once classes are over,
I just
I'll
want
pay a
people
visit
to
the school.
get the video games they want, play the games they want, be satisfied with the decision, and not do it while under the predatory grasp of someone else.
Hey, Iori. Oh, hey, Nachan. What are you up to? I'm just waiting for someone. Miwako and the others? No. Someone else? Ah, okay. Well, I'll see you later. Okay, see you.
She really does wear gym clothes everywhere. I mean, there's Natsuno, you're not gonna do anything. Really? Really, Natsuno? Alright. Be that way.
Hey, Akun.
Were you waiting for me?
Mm-hmm. I was hoping you'd show up.
I believe I owe you an apology.
I see. Guess I'm not your...
I lost my memories.
Huh?
Yesterday, I only pretended to know who you were.
What?
But there's a reason I wasn't honest. I still don't know who my enemies are. I can trust you, right?
Seriously? Of course you can.
Then I'm going to need your help.
I'm happy to help, but I'm not happy you lied to me. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I'm sorry. Have you ever seen this note before?
I don't think so. Iori-chan! Oh, hey, Miwa-chan. What? Chill out, Miwa-chan. So, are things going well with you two? Oh, well, I'm not sure. So did you get to first? Huh? No, you didn't go to second, did you? Already, Yuri-chan? You moved fast. Are you done?
She's not denying it.
Sorry, I'm doing it again, aren't I? Classic Miwa-chan. Well, anyway, just keep at it. Thanks. What are you
A's all
holding,
like just,
by the way?
huh.
Oh, this? I'm trying to
Very
figure out what
thoughtful
these
pose.
numbers mean. Let's see here.
Oh, it's a cipher.
I think I know
These
what
represent
are
letters
for.
and symbols. It actually translates to this. Are you an AI program?
You know what these numbers mean?
Yes, I think so.
Please tell me.
It's a
They're
code.
for
It
the
stands for
telephone
letter.
message service, I think. It just started last month. Oh, where you can leave messages over the phone? Mm-hmm. My mom uses it. Whenever she works late, she leaves me a message. Why don't I get out of your hair?
I like to tell people when text messages first happened,
Wait,
like especially through beepers and stuff like that. If you remember
Message
beepers,
service, huh?
it's like just to let you know, text speak evolved because back in the day, and it's not even a long day, but back in the day, you used to have to pay per character in a text message to send it. So people would send the most amount of information in the fewest amount of letters. I remember when like commercials on TV would be like, oh, we only charge 10 cents a word or something like that, or like a nickel a letter. They used to literally nickel and dime your text message. I remember that. I just think that's like so funny even to today. That it wasn't that long ago, and yet that's such a, it feels like it's forever ago.
Do you know a first year by the name
And before
of
they were
Natsuno
cell
Minami?
phones, they were called satellite phones, because they
Yeah, she
literally
was
were
just there.
giant suitcase-sized
She's the one I was
communication
talking to before you
devices
showed
that were
up.
just bricks, and you had to be in a good area where the cloud, it wasn't too cloudy, because it would
That
block
girl
the
in gym
satellite relay of your
probably gone by
phone
now.
call.
Do you know
But it was still
Natsuo?
so novel.
No, not at all.
This was back in the sepia tone days, where we didn't really have good color filtering in real life, and so everywhere was brown and kind of scratchy. That's how the world was back then. In case you were born the year 2000 or later, back in the olden days, in the pre-internet days, where it wasn't even called the internet, it was just called the web. Current internet is what they called Internet 2.0, aka social internet. It used to be news groups for everything, and AOL channels. Free minutes after 9 p.m. I remember that. Oh god, I remember that. Remember those AOL demo discs? It's like you can get like 500 million free hours of internet. They used to charge internet by the hour. People talk about ISP throttling today. Let me tell you something. You used to have to pay for internet by the hour, like it was mileage on a car. They used to charge people like that. I am not kidding you. By the way, ISP services these days are ridiculous. Just because they're not as ridiculous doesn't mean they're still ridiculous. They're still basically throttling people like it's gasoline.
I never said anything to you about them, did I? About my memories,
Thou.
I mean.
Remember that in high school?
Nope.
Yeah, exactly, though.
You tend to pop up out of nowhere when I do see you. And when you do, you never really stick around long.
People are
Although,
like, okay, boomer. Okay,
the last time
zoomer,
I saw
if you're
you,
gonna use
you
that
had this
stupid ass
look in your eyes.
TikTok slang.
Like you really had something to say. Maybe you were planning on telling me then.
Yeah, you keep on walking.
Later for you, Saka-san.
Oh, Karabe-kun. See you later.
That's Juro Izumi.
Yakushiji.
He's the one receiving nanomachine treatment. And she's the one who aimed a gun at my head. She's definitely up to something.
Remember calling collect? Or the yellow pages, when they were actually yellow pages. Oh, man. See, people talk about phone books today. I gotta wonder if the kiddos even know what a phone book is.
Hey, Akun.
It's like, phone book, you mean that app
Where
on
are
your
you
phone?
going?
I mean, an
there's something I
actual
need to
book.
do.
Was it a big book? Yes. In fact, you could argue it was one of the biggest books.
Could she be connected to the ones chasing
It was
after me?
thicker than a Bible.
Guess there's only one way to find out.
They were either white or they were yellow.
It says Kurabe on the nameplate. Do they both live here together?
You just walked in this person's house. Though to be fair, they don't ever lock this door. I think I still have an actual tin because they gave a tin out with their demo disc for AOL, and I still have that tin because I just kept it for, like, you know, those burn CDs that were all the rage back then. I remember when CDs were like a thing, and like kids on the bus would be like, "Dude, I just got it. My dad has a CD burner," and those were like $1,000 back then. I remember when HDMI cables first came out. Like the first HDMI cable I got was like $70, but it was like state of the art. Because I remember like seeing something in HDMI. I'm like, oh my god, it was like a fireplace or like wood burning or something. I'm like, I have never seen fire look so good on a TV. It's nuts. Oh yeah, being dropped off the internet because somebody picked up a phone, even accidentally. Oh my god, those were the days. Where it literally, and I'm not kidding you, literally,
Dinner's
you
already.
start the modem, you start your 28.4K modem, because you were a rich kid if you had a 56K modem. You were hot shit. But you started up your 28K modem, and it started dialing. It did the whole dial-up tone and everything like that. And then you could get up, go make a sandwich, eat that sandwich, or watch half of a TV show by the time the internet actually logged on. Because it took 10 to 15 minutes just to log on, and that was considered fast.
It's easy when you're the one holding
And then
the
you
gun,
and then you basically prayed for it to
Not so
stay
much when you're
connected,
staring down
and there was
the barrel.
only like a couple of
Now tell
sites
me,
you could actually go to. Pictures didn't
said that
exist.
I asked you to shoot me.
Pictures
What did you mean by
didn't
that?
video didn't exist on the
That's
early days of the
just
internet.
what I was told.
Pictures barely existed. It was just giant walls of text. That's why news groups were a thing. Like all those people that still trolled around on like the forums of Reddit. Imagine if Reddit was the entire internet. That's what it was like with news groups. That's how you did it. And you did keyword searches to find a news group with something that was relevant to whatever you were talking about, or had the information you wanted.
Who ordered you to shoot me? Tell me everything you know.
Stop! No, wait!
Stop!
You shouldn't startle me like that. Unless you want to die, that is.
Juro.
Just who do you think you are? You can't barge into someone's house without permission.
I mean, you never lock your doors.
I
Or
remember
close
you.
them.
You're the one who shot that robot at Tokisaka Shrine.
I'm also the person you just passed literally an hour ago. But whatever. How old am I? Well, as of 2 days ago, I'm now 35.
This is between me and her.
35
Stay
years
out
young.
of this, Juro Izumi.
Izumi? You've got it all wrong. I'm Juro Kurabe.
Whoever you are, get out of my way.
He took that pretty well.
He's not dead. I only stunned him. I still want an explanation.
Why don't you just ask for yourself? The brains behind the whole thing is sitting on the TV.
The TV?
Well, I guess we're doing this whole thing now.
A cat? No way. You are not a talking cat.
So he's already hacked his
Must be some
nanomachines.
truth to it.
The only trick here is my unrivaled genius. Cats aren't stupid, unlike humans. Especially you. You tried to ditch your Sentinel.
Because I was wondering for the longest time, how come some of the characters see the cat and others don't? Because Miwako can see the cat. She talks about it giving it treats all the time. Does that mean Miwako has nanomachines too? I keep thinking there's something up with Miwako. Like she's an AI program.
Are you talking about
like just
the
part of the
fight
system
against
for
the kaiju?
everybody.
Sure am. All you could ever think about was running away. But it looks like you came around eventually. I'm guessing you learned some new information.
New information?
Sierra, you act your shoe size, not your age.
You know, the unshakable truth.
I always tell people,
That's why you came crawling back.
I don't get old, I just get
And begged
sophisticated.
me to put you back in the game.
I did?
The gun she aimed at you is a nanomachine injector. Anyway, as promised, I'll let you back onto the battlefield.
When you say all I could think of was running away, do you mean I was trying to escape from this world?
Who knows?
Then what did you mean by new information?
Man, you really don't remember a thing, do you? You can always ask, you know. Maybe the guy behind you knows something.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing?
Miura-kun.
Sekigahara?
Miura?
He's like, what are you doing? Take your shoes off inside the house. I'm sorry. That was very rude of me. I don't think you need to sucker punch me for that, but I understand. Nice, that's a G2 model. The G2 models remind me of Big O, for it just having the giant chest cannon. A is cool, he walks with his hands in his pocket.
Oh, hello again. Updating the data for Sentinel number 17 as well?
For all third-generation Sentinels, actually.
Oh, that's right, that's a third generation, because it's the range one, not the second generation. Second generation are the punchy bots,
Just know,
the all-around ones. That is a
I don't intend to
G3.
report what you told me. However,
The sniper models.
I suggest you stop poking your nose where it doesn't belong.
Afraid I can't do that. Now, I need a favor from you. If anything happens to me, I want you to keep my line open.
Fine.
Hey, Miura. I saw Tamao Karabe at the Sentinel number 18 lift, too. Who is she? Is she also from the future?
She's Sentinel number 18's pilot.
Oh.
But I thought only AI could operate Sentinel number 18.
I noticed you didn't refer to me by number. You used my real name.
Well, you did say you were a human once.
So you believe me? Listen, Sekigahara, I have some matters to discuss with you.
You got awfully serious. What is it?
Let's talk face to face. Raise the lift so no one else can disturb us.
Honestly, we figured, you know, we could make the Sentinels carry really big guns, but then the designer was like, wait. What if we just make the Sentinel a really big gun? And everyone's like, that's why we pay you the OK bucks. Brilliant. Let's make it happen.
That's good.
Recapitation on the series? Well, it's not really a series. It's kind of a standalone title, but yeah, when I'm done with the game, I'll put out a quick review. I don't want to put out a recap just yet, because a recap would really, I understand the whole point of a recap is to say everything in the story. But this game just came out. I want people to buy it and support it, not watch the recap. Get everything, and then have the whole story ruined for them while they play the game. Part of playing this game is unraveling the puzzle piece of a story and connecting everything together. I do not want to ruin that integrity with a recap. That's why I typically have a 6 months leadway on any new game that comes out versus recaps, because in the first 6 months, to me, that's the cutoff for when, alright, if you were serious about getting this game, you were going to get in the first 6 months, especially since, and it might even still be going on, at retailers like GameStop and Best Buy, this is half off. This is $30. You can get it cheap. And it is totally worth that price. I paid full price for it, and I still am okay with that price.
I've got the perfect view of your
But I
face
will
from
do a
up here.
recap, yeah.
Quite imposing. Anyway, what is it?
Remember the conversation about the mainframe?
That's the computer in the underground UFO, right?
Right. It turns out it was created in the year 2188.
That's even further in the future than Ida and the others.
I'm positive that's the era they come from. I spent a lot of time analyzing the mainframe's data. That's when I found a massive report on this so-called 2188. I've only managed to decode a portion of it so far. Once I'm done, we'll find out what set this all into motion. Who knows? We might even find a way to save the world.
Really?
Now, on to the real issue. The data on the mainframe has been quarantined. Someone made it inaccessible. I'm positive Chihiro Morimura was the one who did it.
Morimura?
If I had to guess, there are some things she didn't want us to find out.
I thought she came here to help save this world.
It definitely seemed that way. But as it turns out, she has ulterior motives.
There has to be a way for you to access it.
I've tried everything. It's impossible.
So there's nothing we can do?
Impossible. I'm acting like an amateur.
I'm going to let you in on something. Something even Tamao-san doesn't know about. There's one more data log. The one I copied to my brain.
So you created a backup. And it's stored in the memory of Sentinel number 17?
That's right. But if Morimura finds it, I know she'll erase it.
You think? She probably isn't the only one who wants it erased.
That's why I'm asking for your help. If this Sentinel suffers extensive damage, please recover the memory block at all costs. When that time comes, I'll be counting on you.
I won't let you down.
Since different players choose different routes, it's unlikely two playthroughs will have the same speculation process. Oh, you're absolutely right. It's open-ended in that. But either way, the puzzle is still going to come together to be the same picture for everyone in the end. And Ryan, what you bring up is also the exact same reason why I don't want to spoil it too early for those people who are maybe still figuring it out. Let them have their own journey. Let them come to their own conclusions. I'm just here to tell a story, but I don't want to tell a story too soon.
By the way, what brought you here in the first place?
Oh. Well, I came to update your system. It won't take long.
Sekigahara.
Yeah?
We're friends, right?
Miura. Of course we are.
And he hits delete all. Uh-oh. Alright, that's a block. That's no more A. Let's do Shu, and then we'll do a battle. And I think that'll be it for tonight.
Cool.
Where are we? Alright, so we have to do something that's not Takamiya at the cafeteria. That's not Miura in the passageway. That's not Tomi heat and outside. It's something else.
Man, I'm really off my game today. All these weird dreams must be getting to me. And that show that came on in the middle of the night. Wish that was just a dream. Miyuki Inaba was right about everything. There was a boundary. So here we are, in 30 kilometers of city. And beyond that, nothing. Wish I could pretend it was all a dream. My own private little adventure with Yuki-chan. Back in my district, she was right. We found that weird barrier on the edge of town. Maybe I should listen to her more carefully. I just wanted a nice first date with Yuki-chan. So much for that. Now I've got myself wrapped up in some huge conspiracy. Used to be I'd just daydream about girls for a while and perk right up. Something tells me that's not really gonna work here. Wonder if Yuki-chan's here. Aha! Yuki-chan!
Quit following me.
Let's go to that tunnel again. We gotta get it on video. Send it to TV stations. Blow the lid off this story. If that was real, we gotta tell everyone.
Slow down. I got bigger fish to fry right now.
Hold on. What bigger fish?
And I was like, what bigger fish?
Because what we found was a huge fish, man. What's bigger than that?
I got detention.
Detention?
I kinda bombed the quiz. I mean, so bad that they're saying my test scores and my transfer paperwork don't make sense. Usually I just ditch, but I just got into the same school as Na-chan. I don't want to get kicked out over this dumb crap.
I see Tomi Kisaragi in there. Ah, come on. What am I getting self-conscious for? It was just a dream. It's got nothing to do... But if I bump into her, things could get awkward fast. What I really need now is a cold drink. Just gotta grab a drink, sit down, and chill out for a sec.
There are so many sprites for this, for every character, if you think about it. So many sprites. So impressed. Can I not grab a drink? I guess I can't go to the cafeteria.
Could use a sugar boost. Yeah, a little pick-me-up should do it.
Yeah, I think the break area is a new area. Okay. Guess Okino doesn't want to talk to us. She was drinking High King in our last one, so I'm gonna pick High King. You want to pick me up, right?
I'm sold out.
Never mind.
Hey, last one.
Nice. Do they sell lattes like that in high school vending machines? That's all lattes are, it's just milk coffee.
Yeah, I only really see this going one way. I tell someone and they dump me in a psych ward. So what can I do?
Is this the part where Jiro jumps in or drops in to him at this time?
Amiguchi-kun.
Oh wow, look at that.
Oh. Hey, Kurabe-kun.
And yeah, you're right. We don't see Shiba.
Could we hang out again today?
You got it. Let's see. Why don't we go to your place this time?
So I wonder if this is how going to play out, where he comes to our apartment, just like it was in that first time. Only we don't see Shiba at all. We see how events actually played out. That's not in Juro's head.
Don't you have the place to yourself right now? I want to check it out.
It's true my grandma's away visiting relatives, but... well, right now...
This explains why he was so distant when we were trying to talk to him earlier.
I have a guest staying over. Things are a little awkward, so, sorry. It's just not a good time.
Well, alright. Let's go to my place then.
Thanks.
And then Okino's gone. Miss those vending machines? In our high school, or at least in the high school that I went to, there were no vending machines except for one outside the gym. And it sold like either water or Gatorade. And like that was literally it. That was the only vending machine in the entire school. I don't know how it is in most high schools these days, if like vending machines are just a common thing. But they just weren't a thing in my school.
Done already?
Oh, interesting. So I guess Juro still sees the TV as playing the video game constantly over and over and over.
Sorry. Looks like all we've got is soda.
Thanks, Amiguchi-kun.
Here's the thing I don't want to do for the recap, because this was a pain in the butt to do during Final Fantasy VII. I did it during Final Fantasy VII because it was necessary for the way the plot was going. But what I'm talking about is telling the false testimony first of everything Cloud was thinking he was seeing and thinking he was telling people, and telling events like Nibelheim, only to go back and tell those events and reconstruct it again from what actually happened and not just was in his crazy head. I don't want to do that with Juro, saying like, this is everything that happened, surprise, Shiba wasn't there, blah blah blah. I don't know. I'll either cut it out very short, because I don't like, if you use it as double work, it's good for a one-shot revelation, but if it's already compounded elsewhere, it's not necessary to go into that detail. That's a redundant fact.
It's getting dark. We should probably go get dinner soon. You're coming, right? My treat.
You already paid for my ramen last time. I feel kind of bad.
Then what? You want to call it a day?
I can still tag along. I'll just pay for my own food. Oh. You watched the video I lent you?
Hey, you recommended it. How could I not?
Did you already finish it? What did you think?
Kind of a campy plot. You've got this mad scientist who loses his real body, so he builds a new body and sets out, bent on revenge. It was interesting, but definitely not for casuals.
Yeah, not for casuals.
For a B-movie? That just proves it's a masterpiece.
Miyuki Inaba.
Oh.
What's up?
Just learning something about you. I figured you were only really into Western music. Never thought you'd be into the idol scene. Miyuki Inaba. She's been really getting big lately, hasn't she?
Oh, that. I mean, You know how it is. I just got curious. Maybe I could tell Kurabe-kun about the TV stuff? He's one of the only people who might believe me. But how do I even bring it
It's
up?
not like he's a crazy person.
Don't want to get this wrong. I know if I don't make myself absolutely clear, I'll just come off as a crazy fanboy. Actually, maybe I better keep my mouth shut.
Making a recap is kind of like being a literary butcher, because what you are doing is you just take the entire body of the story and the plot line and then just start hacking things, cutting the fat out, trimming things down, getting it down to where you can remove as much meat off the bones as you can, to where it's still somewhat fleshed out, but at the same time it's as lean as it could possibly be while still being intact. It is like being the most strict editor. I managed to sneak some nonsense in there, of course, or stuff that I think is funny or cool. But yeah, it's the best analogy I could think of.
I'm getting hungry.
That's why I always say it's cut down to size.
Did you want to just grab dinner and go home?
Actually,
I can't even give you a reason why I thought that was a cool thing to say when I first started it. I'm like, it just kind of makes sense. I did it, I think, because it helped explain the pun of the name. And I think that was still going over too many people's heads.
My old man's probably at his mistress's place again. And I'm all by myself here. Stay as long as you want.
Thanks.
Say, any specific reason you don't want to go home? Well, anyhow. Want to get food? We could swing by the video store. Pick up something new to watch.
Oh, speaking of... Before I forget again, here you go. This one I brought with me. It's basically the sequel to that other sci-fi one. This story was meant for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. For you and me.
Ominous.
Memory transfer complete. Now, open your eyes, Juro.
Whoa.
Or maybe the name 426 would be more appropriate. Do you recognize me?
You're Tetsuya Ida. Or at least, an older version of him. I see him was gone a long time.
You always seem to notice that whenever I wake you up. It's been 3 years since you died. Next year, we enter the 22nd century.
How do I look now?
Terrible.
Oh, this is horrific. No arms or legs, not even a face.
You'll find the pain receptors are all still there, at least.
You're a horrible
So
person.
I'd really recommend you cooperate. You are now an android. Your consciousness is stored on an electronic brain.
So you pulled my data from Sector 0. Brought me back as a ghost.
I brought you back because we need to talk. You clearly did the most work on that underground supercomputer. So we're gonna have a little chat about your research. Let's talk about your final project. You were testing an unorthodox function for the interlocutor, downloading memories into a human brain. I'm picking up where you left off, so I'll need more details. Records say the memory transplant was a success, but all the raw data from the experiment was deleted. Why did you delete it? Did you hit some snag with the method? Okay, maybe you're still a little groggy. Let's wake you up.
See, the first one was just a warning, the second one was just unnecessary roughness. Just wanted to let them know that I am serious.
Planning to take over someone's body?
You killed Kisaragi,
Whoa.
and I will make you pay. I'm bringing her back. As a human.
This is incredible. How many times have you revived me here? Not the first, not even a second.
Damn it. Only you would find the one gap in my system's security.
You've been bringing me back and killing me for a long time. You even got me to tell you how to interrupt the D-Force's production. Must have been painful if you got that out of me. Handling the Deimos code is dangerous, you know.
How far back did you look? I really need to keep an eye on you.
So that's your process. Copy me into this husk of tin. Then erase me once you have what you need.
You're a dangerous man. Better get rid of you early.
Once a
this time.
man.
Can't afford the risk.
Ida-kun,
What's wrong?
I found out from Morimura-san. You're trying to transplant my mind, aren't you? You want to replace the Tomi Kisaragi of this world with me. Do you realize how horrifying that is? How could you?
Wait, look. It'll mean you can be human again.
It means you're going to sacrifice a living human girl.
But she's you. It'll be your heart and mind going into your own body. What's wrong with that?
You know she's dead. The girl you're talking to. She's just a machine wearing Tomi Kisaragi's face.
But your heart is real. You're still you.
Don't you get it yet? The girl you knew will never come back. Even if you steal her body and transfer my mind.
Please. Please, without you,
You know I love you. But I can't support you. I can't support this.
That explains why you woke me up. It sounds like things aren't going according to plan.
Who's that?
well...
I can tell you your biggest failure right now. She's standing right there.
Wow, dick
You
thing.
should never have revived her as an android in the first place.
Dick thing to say.
All you had to do was transfer her mind into a flesh body. You could have gotten everything you want. Nobody the wiser.
Shut up!
Juro Izumi. You're Juro Izumi. Prisoner
Is this the part where he
426,
hacks her?
aren't you? Why did you wake him up?
Same reason he brought you back. We're both his means to an end. Tools to be used and thrown away.
Why him?
Just had some technical things I wanted to check. Don't worry. I'll erase him as soon as I'm done. I had a couple more questions, but we'll get to them another time.
I noticed you kept Kisaragi's memory from before transplanting her into the android.
Hmm?
Paranoia getting to you. You didn't need to keep so many backups. Strange move for a man who sees humans as replaceable hardware. Or maybe you had the same contingency plan for her. You could erase her and start over as much as you wanted.
Awkward.
I've heard enough.
No need to get emotional. After all, me and your Kisaragi here, we're just data. All you have to do is reset us, and we spring to life. Just like you did to me.
You really think you could digitize Kingdom Hearts? handsome, the wise.
I'm erasing him now. Just keep your eyes on the console for me.
He's gonna hack her right now.
That's right. Better watch carefully. Never know what might happen.
There. Deleted. That should do it. You know he was just trying to mess with our heads. Are you mad at me?
Data transmission had been remapped to the delete button. Guess he was too worked up to notice. Never thought I'd find an escape route planned out for me. And by one of my past selves, no less. So, how are you doing?
What happened?
Hey, Kisaragi. How's the view from the other side of that shell? A shame it might end up getting you deleted. And by the man you love, too. Oh, very classical tragedy.
Yep.
Ease me, son.
Sorry. But I need this body more than you do.
Dun dun dun.
Oh,
It's weird that 426 would want to send Shu that video showing, almost gloatingly, I suppose, how he duped him.
It's automatically rewound.
Whoa, you have an automatic rewinding VCR?
Feels like it's
That's
started off
fancy.
the end of the last one.
You saw the video.
Hey! Man, I'm not even surprised anymore.
Are you still the same Shu Amiguchi?
Have you been hacked?
Yeah, I saw it. But what are you talking about?
You should protect your data with NordVPN to protect your nanomachines from being hacked by unsolicited travelers from a failed future timeline. Make sure that you always browse with the safety of a VPN, but not just any VPN, one that also lets you watch YouTube from other countries like China and stuff.
Okay,
Follow
hold
my
on.
link
I borrowed
for
that
2%
video from
off your yearly
Karabe-kun.
subscription.
So let's assume you're telling the truth. What's Karabe-kun's part in it? Does he want me to see this stuff too?
He's the same as you, watching the past unfold. Even if he has no idea, he doesn't know that it's why he keeps coming over. Or even that he's communicating with me.
Wait, you talked to him? When? We were just hanging out, playing games, watching movies.
That's how it appears to you, yes.
I keep seeing that guy in my dreams.
It's his past you're seeing. He resembles you greatly. His name is Tetsuya.
You could say you have a lot in common.
Okay, so now you've shown me all this crazy vision stuff. Now what?
I have to find out what he's thinking. What he intends to do. If he's thinking of resetting the plan, then he has to be stopped.
There's a plan? Okay, so what's this plan? Come on, what have you got cooking? This isn't gonna be some big evil scheme, right?
It's not. It's called Project Ark. The plan is meant to save humanity. As a species, you will all be moved to another planet. And whether you know it or not,
Cool. I think that's everything. I wonder what that would reset to. Alright. Let's finish up with a battle. Alright, so we need Amaguchi, Takumi on the same strike team. Cool, not a problem.
Got it.
The enhanced drum mine. RPF. What is RPF again? Which one were those? Either way, let's get a G2 out there. Karabe will throw you in there. Alright, got a couple G4s, which is good. G2, got a G1 in there. Actually, let's throw you in there.
Understood.
Nami's at level 25 though. I feel like we could give her a rest. And let's throw Goto in there.
I'll handle this.
Actually, I feel like it's good to have at least one G3. If for no other reason than Missile Rain.
Leave it to me.
As far as we have not upgraded the real gun. Shame on us. Lord Abyss, hey, how's it going? The giant factory? Okay, thank you. Definitely try out the super missile. Well, I haven't upgraded my generator to where I can have enough of that. But I guess we can. We only have 100,000. Let's just upgrade everybody's Neuralink. I like how it's like increases speed, increases it by 2. Literally 2. Come on. Okay. Let's see. We should put the EMP stunner on him, though. That is super useful. Alright. definitely gonna put the hyper condenser on that because that's worth it. And I think I want to do the hyper condenser on him for Demolisher Blade because it's worth it. Okay. Alright, who needs the most experience? 23, 23, 22, 25. We're gonna move with her. Okay, let's roll with this squad. Okay.
Warning. Dimal signatures approaching. Preparing to intercept. Initiating.
Damn, it's one of those guys.
Look, that's a new model of the RPF. Oh, and of course, it's friggin' gigantic. Who knows what kind of kaiju this one spits out? And there's a new model of the drum mine, too. Not sure what to expect from this one.
According to the computer's estimates, it's reinforced its shell, and the explosions will be magnitudes higher.
What happens if they rush the terminal? What the hell would we even do?
Let's just not find out.
If we let it through, that may be our last mistake.
I'm with A. Just don't
So
let
that's
don't,
it,
don't
huh?
think about it.
No more screwing around? I wanna laugh, but this ain't even funny.
Hey, if you don't laugh, you
have
cry.
to stop it, no matter what. How's this? Gotta think.
Back me up!
One's on hook. Enemy on.
I need to think. Need help.
Not throwing away my shot.
I'm not letting you blow up these freaking guns. Get out of here.
A hit! Okay.
Alright, I wonder if I can Guardian Avenger a lot of this. Alright, first things first, we need to build a path. Because this is literally a walking minefield.
I'll try. What do I do? I ought to be used to fights by now. Chew on this!
Damn. Oh, the freaking shield guy's over there.
Hope I can
We
pull
gotta
my
kill that
weight.
thing first. Alright.
Are we? Hope I... Man, we've got it rough.
I should have thrown a shield on these guys. That's okay.
Shield them.
Thanks!
What can I do?
Seems expensive, but I want that thing dead.
Good timing.
What to do? I need to think. Number 14, beginning movement.
They're like any other punks.
I'm gonna literally just walk you straight there. And your entire job is gonna be saw this thing to death.
Number 10, what the? Where'd they come from? They're in my way.
They ought to be used to fights
Damn it.
by now.
What's the situation?
So we can't walk past them, huh?
Okay, what now?
Ooh, that is a very wide range for the Demolisher Blade.
Class is in session. Take it. That all you...
This could get
Oh,
ugly.
keep this thing moving.
Alright, what I need to do
Clean him up.
is get all these consolidated forces together.
What to do?
Are there any more shield guys? There is a shield guy up there. Okay.
What's the situation? What to do? Deploying decoys.
Are we winning? What now? Number 20,
They're like any
moving
other
out.
punks. What do I do? They ought to be used to fights by now.
Alright, we're just gonna run up and punch everything in the face.
Come on!
Damn, that's not enough to kill him, huh?
What now?
That's it.
Stay calm. I can do this. Mind free.
They're like any other punks. I'll try.
Alright,
They ought
can
to
I
be
get the
used to
Demolisher
fights
Blade
by now.
on this guy? Nope.
No point overthinking it.
Actually,
I'll try.
can I leap attack over there? I can.
Die already!
Okay. What's the plan? Clean him up.
What's our plan?
Is that the EX one? I think it is. Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm in range. They're like any other punks.
Okay. Let's see about getting a back attack on this guy. It won't let me. Okay. Not enough movement. That's fine. We'll take it.
Come on!
Whoa, that thing has a lot of health.
What can I do? Bastards. Just watch. That hit. I did it.
What's the situation? I can take them all. Attack landing.
Better put on a show for Yuki-chan.
It sucks that it's not... It's still progressing towards the thing. That really sucks.
Your turn.
No fight I can't win. Die.
Nice! You're
Had to save a teammate.
They ought to be used to fights by now. I'll try. They ought to be used to fights by now.
Damn, not enough. enough. Okay.
I'm right here. Got him.
Just one.
Enemy on the move.
They got me.
Target confirmed.
I'll just...
It sucks that it's avoiding the Guardian Avenger. I guess that would be too good. I wonder if by punching it, it'll punch it back. It does not. It punches it back a little bit.
Damn Kaiju. How's that? Kaiju down.
Okay. What now?
Die already. Get bit. Are we winning?
Not quite.
Minus reads.
Good timing.
As long as I can keep this thing moving. How's that? That do it?
They're like any other punks. They ought to be used to fights by now. I'll try.
Still not up for Demolisher Blade? Come on, I just need a little bit more.
Chew on this. Got him.
Hey, you know, at least it's not doing much. It's attracting everybody this way.
Take him down quick.
Bastards.
Alright, can we get a back attack on you? Yes, we can.
I won't let you. Yes.
What now? Your turn.
They ought to be used to fights by now.
Die already. Take it. This could get us. Can't mess this up.
We're gonna move you. We are also gonna plasma cut this guy.
Number 13. Moving out.
Where are they?
I do like how where you position the missile, it counts as a back attack.
What's the plan? As long as I can keep this thing moving.
Okay. What now?
Let's do this. Yeah.
We are just chipping away like we're a tree.
Better put on a
He's
show
getting
for Yuki-chan.
wounded by like a lot. I need help on him.
Try this. Nice.
Okay.
I'm on it. Got it.
Nice. What are you doing out there? Are you...
Calm down, idiot.
You're the idiot here. Just...
They're like any other punks.
Shit, he's getting just mowed down.
I'm right here. Got him.
This could get ugly.
What to do?
Do I have anybody that can heal?
Still not used to this thing.
I really don't want to lose Nenji. Because I would have to redo this fight.
Okay, what's the plan? As long as I can keep this thing moving.
I'm stunning back up.
What's the situation? I can take them all. Attack, yes.
Number 21 on the move.
What do I do?
Those two are fine. We need to save
Number 20, moving
him before he dies.
Target confirmed. A hit!
Okay, what's the plan? That do it? You picked a fight with the bad dipshit.
What now?
Threat range.
I may have to pull him
No
out.
point overthinking it. I'll try.
This is such a bad position.
Got that. A hit.
Can't mess this up.
And I'm so out of EP. Are my sentries not firing on it? Or am I just not seeing it? Why does this not count as a back attack? I should have buffed up the basic moves.
How's that? Got it. Man, we've got it rough. Shield them. Thanks.
They're like any other punks.
Class is in session.
Enemy on the move.
Now.
Oh, that's discouraging.
No effect.
Kill it for me.
I'll try.
One within enemy threat range.
Die already. Take it. Got a target on my back here.
What's the situation?
I can't believe we're down to using basic attacks. This sucks.
Yes, attack landed.
Gotta think.
Should have invested into more terminal usage.
Gotta think.
Back me up. What now? My treat.
What do I do? They're like any other punks.
We're good.
No point overthinking it.
We're over here.
What do I do?
Here.
What's our plan?
Enemy threat range.
Leave it to me. Did I get it?
I need to think.
Big mistake, pal.
I can take them all. A hit, yes.
Bingo. Hope I can pull my weight. Don't miss. Bullseye. Nailed
Nice.
it. That's something. What? Bullseye.
Enemy threat range.
Just watch. How's that? Got it.
I can help.
We are slowly doing this.
I'll destroy you. Attack. A hit. Just watch.
Enemy on
This is why it's not good to have all super expensive attacks. Because attrition battles like this are a bad idea.
Mistake. I can take it. Hold still. Nailed it. Enemy down.
in range. Okay. What now? They're like
Okay.
any other punks.
Bingo. I have to focus. That hit. Got it.
We're setting
good, because this is danger close.
Got that hit.
You were done. Mess this up.
Get him, Juro.
I'm on it. How's that? That hit.
That was too close.
Termination of drumline EX Dymo signature.
Kill it for me.
Do it.
No point overthinking it.
How is none of these... Oh, because the back attack's way over there. Oh, I can get it. Nice.
Chew on this.
Ah, redemption. That was a close one.
Everyone okay?
We pulled it in at the last turn.
Took long enough. Can't believe we actually survived that.
Yuki-chan's okay too. Are all the fights gonna be this bad now?
We've been working pretty hard. That's worth a little time off, right? Not like anyone's going to school tomorrow anyway. And I've got just the idea for Yuki-chan. How about a day at the amusement park?
Like it's gonna be open.
Just you and me going?
Hey, it's the best reward I could ask for. Could be fun, right?
Fine, dumbass. You get your one date.
Really? I wasn't actually expecting...
So, for now, go kick some ass and try not to die.
Yuki-chan. We did it.
And he's like, I got 1 hit point. I'm still good to fight.
I'll be fine. Just need to rest.
Tis only a scratch. Note to self, increase armor by like a lot. Alright, high fives all around, we survived. I was gonna say it's like, it might be good to hold off on the battles because we only have a couple left. But it looks like we're gonna have to hold off anyway because we have to now finish more of Tomi's story. I don't think we have anything new here. I wish it would let us know. Yeah. There we go. In some TCGs, people say that the only amount you have for HP that matters is your last one. It's not, yeah, that's not wrong. We used to call it on our old D&D tables, like doing the 1 hit point dance, because there's so many times you're just on 1 hit point, and you're like, that's your 1 turn. That's 1 more turn than I had before. That's why I told people in the last video, hey, don't give your players a chance to get up with 1 hit point, because that 1 turn they can do can make all the difference. Remember, I'm not on the side of the players when it comes to the metagame series. It is 100% counter-player tactics. You don't have to go that hard against people, just take what you want. But there are many circumstances for many DMs that necessitate counter-player tactics. And many of them either don't want to do it or don't know how to do it because they're not used to it. And that's where I come in, with my assassination consultation for free. But yeah, need to upgrade the Sentinels. We're getting to that point where it is brutal on them. In fact, actually, let me see real fast. We're just gonna upgrade, we're not gonna actually do a battle. Long-range guys don't really need that. More generator, though. Especially for some of these attacks. Honestly, everyone could benefit from plus attack. Let's be real. Okay. 84% of the battles have been done. I think we're making good progress. So we're like 60% of the story through. And almost 80% of the battle through. So nice. We're getting there. Okay. I got our rants out earlier tonight, so I don't need to do any post-session rants. I always feel for my mental health I have to vocally expunge the negativity in order to stay positive. But I have my work cut out for me tomorrow, including trying to get some of the post-production work done for Valkyrie Profile 2, so that way I can have a recap up for you guys in about 2 days, I hope. That's my deadline I put for myself. We'll see. We will continue on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday night I have plans, like I'm sure many of you do. It is not necessarily social plans, but it's still New Year's plans all the same. And yeah, obviously there's not going to be any live stream on Thursday or Friday night, but yeah, hopefully Wednesday we'll be doing the premiere before the stream. So we'll do the premiere first and then the stream. It's not going to be a long video, I'm going to tell you right now. Valkyrie Profile 2 is not going to be like a 30-minute long one, but I still want to premiere it. I told myself that I would do a premiere for any video that was at least 10 minutes, and yet I kind of haven't been for some of the recent shorter ones. But I cover what I cover. We'll see. Anyway, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much, everybody who jumped in, either for the first time or coming back for the live streams. The dream would be that this becomes, again, part of a full-time thing, where I started my first step of consolidating all the stuff that I do for other sites into one site. So all my live streaming here. Obviously my YouTube channel's here with recapitation. Bringing my D&D written articles and optimization guides here through the metagame again, so it lives again. And yeah, all of it's now in one spot, so if you know somebody who's a DM, plays D&D, please promote it, you know, at least throw a share, link it, whatever. That's the biggest thing that can really help me. It's just word of mouth. I know there are lots of D&D focused channels out there that talk about nothing but that, but I don't really think there's that many that approach it from the same way I do, which is purely from a DM counter player play, but we'll see. I'm Oni Black Mage, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next battlefield.